and move money with peace of mind. Money that moves with you. Download Onedosh today. Over $20 billion.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to Lagos, Nigeria, for the live production of the Last Man Standing Onedosh tournament. My name is Slimo, and it's an absolute joy to guide you through this one, featuring 32 of the finest players in Nigeria. We're into the finals. Of course, I will be doing this alone with the one and only Playwithtomide joining me. Tomide, how far?
I'm very good. I'm very good. Well, welcome to the stream. We've been waiting for this one for a long time. I mean, we have a league that is going on the side, but having a tournament in between is just different. It's a different kind of level of mentality because, of course, the players will be fatigued. But I'm grateful that Onedosh has made this happen, and I'm just looking forward to it because the players that are left. There's no easy match. There's no work.
I mean, for the new people that did join in, the tournament was announced about weeks ago that we'll be starting online. So there was a clear pathway. There was an online path that featured 32 of the best. If you go through the names, guys like Tactical, Nonex, whoever you can think of in Nigeria, that's great at FC. I believe they were in this tournament. But we are down to the final eight of the very best standing now. And now they get to face each other. LAN events, you know, online is a different ball game. Yeah. LAN events, hey.
That's the thing about LAN event. LAN events actually shows who's actually the best player. Exactly. And I'm glad that the awareness is that Onedosh is trying to do is similar to what other companies have been trying to do. I'm glad that they are also involved now because, I mean, to solve one of the biggest problems for gamers. This thing is actually a dream country. I remember like 4 years ago, we couldn't even think of hosting something like this because of exactly the payment, the online thing, and Onedosh has come to solve either payment or receiving money from anywhere in the world. And if you want to be part of this movement, you want to be advanced when it comes to finance, body, anything online, you can just head over to the link in my bio. Playwithtomide, of course, on all platforms, and then you can hit the link to take you to the Play Store, App Store, download, register. The referral code is Playwithtomide, and then you get a local bank account, Paga, and you also get a US bank account to receive money or pay money anywhere in the world. Shout out to Onedosh, man.
We'll certainly be giving you more updates about how to use the Onedosh app. They've come to revolutionize the system, especially the gaming system. We've got massive packages. But like I said, it was from 32. We are down to the final 8 here inside Lagos, Nigeria, where they will be doing battle head-to-head. And I mean, we'll show you the bracket soon enough, but without further ado, we head straight into the first game of the broadcast. Adefola playing Killer Freak. We just saw this matchup actually a couple of days ago at the National Soccer League. We were tuning in, and it was a close one. Killer Freak, I believe, edging Adefola in that one 4-3. But like we always say, a league format is a different ball game as compared to a tournament format, and this should be a special one to kick us off with. Killer Freak, I mean, hasn't had the best of starts to his league campaign, and I'm sure a tournament like this will certainly be a perfect way for him to maybe finish off the season. What we usually hear about Killer Freak is Killer Freak in a league and a tournament are two different players.
Yeah.
I'm hearing all the tournaments that he's played, he
barely loses. So the thing, well, judging by statistics, Killer Freak, of course, playing on the white strip as he has been, I mean, he won the grid in Ghana recently, and that's very one of the first ever for a Nigerian to go win a tournament in another country. Killer Freak is a different beast when it comes to tournament. I mean, league, we've seen him like snooze sometimes, drop points and all that, but in the tournament, he's yet to snooze. But today might be his day. We never know because the pressure is high today.
Exactly. That's some big players all around. If you just tune in, this is the Onedosh Last Man Standing tournament. If you are familiar with Ultimate Team and how it works, and you are trying to figure out what the restrictions are, actually, there are no restrictions for this one. So you can use a limited number of evolution players for limited budget as well. So it's about to go crazy. The last time I saw a tournament like this was maybe the grade where we give flexibility to Evos and all of that, and Killer Freak went crazy with that one. We'll see what he has for us. But Adefola on the other side, look, I think this could be the perfect moment to like re-announce himself a bit, especially for this year, because I mean it's not looking good for him in the league. But if he can go on and pick up this tournament, that will certainly be a great way to potentially finish off the season.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, I really feel like this is the moment for Adefola to actually to do well, because everybody, the newcomers coming to the scene, probably won't know who Fola is. Fola used to be the one who dominated the scene for a long time. In fact, I can boldly tell you he's the reason why Faruk Manzo wasn't winning anything for about 3 years. Faruk was always getting to the final with him, but somehow Fola always edged him off. One goal, sometimes penalties or whatever. But Killer Freak is a formidable opponent, and their head-to-head record doesn't look good. I think the only time Fola has ever beaten Killer Freak in a tournament was the first ever tournament Killer Freak played in his life. And there's a flip side to it. Killer Freak had issues with his controller. So we've never seen Fola actually defeat Killer Freak.
So this could certainly set it up beautifully for crazier things to carve us Adefola in the black first time to maybe pepper that defense of Killer Freak early. We know there have been question marks about his defense throughout the league, and I'm sure in this tournament, Adefola will be hoping to exploit. I mean, both of them having had the perfect defenses through, and I'm sure the offenses will be licking your lips early. And you didn't need invitations too much from this man. He opened his account here in the finals of the Onedosh last man standing tournament.
Killer Freak is so deadly when he's in your box, because he had like 2 options there, and I was thinking, oh, he was expecting okay, I'm gonna finesse, I'm gonna look for a pass, because I could see Fola backing off a little bit. But then that's the thing about Killer Freak, he looks at those in-game little animation movement, like you move left, move right, okay, I'll just bait you with this and finesse, and that's what separates the casual players from the pros.
Well, exactly. And you look at when he did win the ball, how quickly he set up that offense. That's the difference to the game this year. Maybe in previous iterations of FC, you take your time, slow build up. But this time, once you're playing against a set defense, it's difficult to break them down. So in transition, that's where you've got to do your damage.
What a goal from Fola.
Well, Adefola, maybe rewind them back the years, and maybe we're about to see him get back to glory days. Great equalizer from him. And I love the use of step overs. It's kind of like a forgotten art this year. People not really buying it.
The honest truth is there are some players in the game. Step over is not really meta, but there are some players in this game that their step overs actually works. Like, what do you work? But they are very players like Ronaldinho. If you use Ronaldinho in this game, Ronaldinho's step overs are very, very crazy. Dembele's step overs too are very crazy. I think it has to do with people that have this that play style. First no.
Oh, Killer Freak in another dangerous area, and he uses that low-driven animation perfectly as we do get the other game going on. I believe KK and Mr. Oga have begun their action, and the champion from Akwa Ibom registers his first goal. If you just tuned into the tournament, it's among the final 8. This is the Onedosh last man standing tournament amongst the final 8. So this is indeed a quarterfinal, as KK already up by 3-0 in that game. We'll, of course, will be giving you updates from that one. Like I said, all of the best players here in Nigeria took part in this one. It's down to the final 8. KK with a very, very strong start, but Adefola has got to be concerned looking at how Killer Freak has more or less been comfortable in his box. He's got to find a way of preventing the great champion from having his way with him. There's Fiamma. You will see a lot of different names as compared to maybe if you watch a National Soccer League. It's exquisite dribbling, all right. This man, I mean, he's just dancing around in those areas.
I told you about when he's in the box. Because yesterday I was playing here and Faruk, and then there's something I noticed about the two of them. There's literally almost nothing you can do when they're in your box, because it's like they see 4 steps ahead and you only see 2. For example, look at it. He had a pass there. Fola was trying to pick. Oh, he was going to come back to the pass, and then he sees that opening, gives him a finesse.
I mean, that's the danger of playing mind games with these types of players, where they have so many options to pick from, and when you've got exquisite dribblers like them, they always make you pay. But Fola, though, his offense is so red hot. Look. Don't count him out yet. The fact that he can go and say, you know what, after conceding, I can go and score a goal myself, should give him a lot of confidence in this game. I feel like there will be a lot of goals, and that's what we've seen with FC26.
Yeah.
Look, no matter how great you are defensively,
you're going to concede. You're going to concede. Even when I was playing Faruk, as good as he is, he was conceding about 3 to 4 goals from me yesterday, and I don't even play the game. So I'm like, this game, you're not going to concede. You have to outscore your opponent.
Over the top through ball, massive opportunity for Fola to maybe get on level pegging terms for the first time in this game. Still early doors, but the drama unfolds.
Oh.
Vicario to the rescue that time. But Killer Freak. I mean, look, the positive about this first 25 minutes for a guy like Adefola is the fact that, look, he He hasn't played particularly well, but he's only down by 1 goal.
Yeah.
And that has to be his positive.
So the thing is about this game, like I said, you don't need to play well to win. You just need to take your chances, but the chances will definitely come. They will come because of the way the game is set up. I mean, the play styles, once you do the right first time through ball, first time up throughs, you can just get 2 goals, and that's it. And that's what the game is about. So once you take your chances, you're good. I mean, look at Guru in the National Soccer League. He had just 2 shots on target against Faruk Manzo. Oh my God, and that's Killer Freak with another goal.
I mean, inevitable in those positions, Mark Tomine. I feel like I've said this man's name about 100 times during the National Soccer League already, and it's no surprise that when he gets into those positions, he is indeed crazy. Look, if you're looking for players to find in your team, if you play Ultimate Team like Tomine and I, of course, everybody here does as well, take critical looks at some of the players these guys are using. As a quick update from that KK game, all the way from Akwa Ibom, this man is here to leave his mark. And it is, yes, another finish.
I think there's this rumor around that KK cannot defend. For someone who can't defend, I mean, it's funny.
He's been in the games that have been involved with a lot of goals in the league. So
yeah,
you kind of understand where they
I think it's 4-0 now.
I mean, I think it's actually 5.
It's 5. And he has not considered 1 goal. Do you think he has worked on it?
Maybe for this tournament. Let's see. Sometimes it's impossible to just do it in 2 days, but great start from him. You need momentum in those types of games. 30 in-game minutes gone. Killer Freak up by 4 goals to 2. Certainly the start he would have been looking for. Look, Adefola's offense, I must say, has been impressive in these last 30 minutes. But like we say, you're always trying to outscore your opponent. And when you keep allowing them into your box most of the time, then you are in danger of conceding loads of goals. You have to be able to stop them, usually in transition. And I mean, we all know how difficult it is sometimes. Sarr, right now, rumored to be maybe the best right winger in the game. What's your thought on that one?
The best right wing in the game for me is Sarr. It has to be him because
the Conference League item Sarr over the top. Killer Freak to make this one count.
Wow.
I mean, this will be the first time we see such a goal.
I think
he was trying to lob it to maybe the far post guy, but it didn't get to him. I mean, so you agree with Sarr being the best?
Yeah, he has to be the best because first of all, he's lengthy.
Very important.
He's 5'5". He has 5-star skills.
I mean, exactly. So you can certainly use him.
And then I don't think that guy misses any finesse. I faced him yesterday, and then I saw terrible things.
No, but you know that he's playing on the right wing, and he has 4-star weak foot.
Okay.
So usually his finesse doesn't really. So the thing
about this game I've noticed is when you have the finesse plus side on you and you have 4-star weak foot,
it doesn't really matter.
As long as the finesse plus is there, it doesn't really matter.
I mean, I disagree that he's the best RM in the game.
What do you think is the best?
I just packed Yamal, and I've been using him and my word.
Hey,
he's different.
You know he's different. I'm like, I'm reminding go to Yamal. I think Yamal. I've not tasted him, but I mean,
Yamal is quite expensive. That's like 14 million coins.
Yeah,
and Sarr you could get it for like 1.5 million coins.
Yeah.
So maybe that is the budget side of Tomide speaking. He forgot that team of the season Yamal was also in transition. Killer Freak, is that onside? Just slightly offside from him. Now the game balancing out a little bit. The offense kind of cools down a bit, and this is where you expect Adefola to take more control of the game. When you play against red-hot offenses like Killer Freak, you have to stifle them. You have to hold on to possession, kind of starve them of the ball a bit, and make sure they do even more work to get into your box. Semenyo with about 2 minutes to go in
the game now.
I think he has to. Even though he's down by 2 goals, you don't want to concede another one going into halftime.
But the thing is, one thing I know about Killer Freak is one guy you don't want to let get 3 goals off you in the first half. You don't want that because second half he's just going to calm the game down and then.
Before maybe years past, if you had said this, everybody will agree to me.
Oh, because of what happened in this.
But you know, the first 2 weeks in the league, him giving up as many goals as he did, Killer Freak, just as we said, it happens. That's goal number 5 in this first half already. And the man has his eyes set on the semi-final bet.
In his defense, I mean, coming to the league knowing you finished second in the KD Sport League and you came for your first match and you're getting a walkover because of issues you had at home and all of that, I think that could have played a great role to why he played that way because he could have allowed, because he said after the match that I was pissed, the emotions got to me. I mean, I was 3 goals up and the minute he scored 5-5, I was like, God, I should not have even played. I'm just pissed. I've already lost my first game. Now I'm going to draw. So it's part of what could have affected him in his defense.
I think as an FC athlete in his career, this is an important lesson for him. Yeah. And the fact that once you let things affect you too much, it can affect the whole campaign of maybe a tournament you're playing. So I think it's part of the learning curve for him. And I'm glad that he actually witnessed that. So certainly next time he can improve on those ones. Well, he's in a very strong position 5 goals to
Also,
2
the beautiful
after-
thing about him is that I like the fact that companies like Onedosh are paying attention to gamers in the sense that they are trying to solve a proper problem. It has always actually been a problem for us because sometimes you buy gift cards and then the gift card doesn't work. I mean, I've bought many times multiple times the gift card. Sometimes you buy gift cards for expensive price because you need it urgently. But having something so stable as having an app where all my finances can be handled, I can get stable coin on it, I can pay for stuff, I can put in my online virtual card into my console anytime I can buy anything, and having a US bank account. I don't think any Nigerian right now should not be using a Onedosh.
Well, certainly, you have to jump on the bandwagon, especially if you're a gamer out there. If you play FC like us, where you know you want to get FC points to maybe make your team better, that is the best app to do. So head on to App Store, Play Store, of course, and join the Onedosh family. Download the app right now, and I'm telling you, you will not regret it at all as we begin this second half action. Adefola with a lot of work to do, but just trusting the fact that his offense is still good. I think he can create 1 or 2 opportunities going forward. Domone, 5-5.
Want to go?
He'll make it work. That's exactly the start of the second half he was looking for.
Yeah.
Keep the momentum going. Make sure the game doesn't get away from you too far. Now that 5-5 card as well. A lot of people have even. I'm like,
I think that
why is everybody
card is
using?
actually not fair because there's some cards in
It's
the game.
crazy.
It's just crazy. For example, cards like Salma, cards like
Salma is she's just a menace all around. Like, your fullback might be tracking her, but she'll still be there.
How? And the thing about Salma is she's so glitchy. She is so glitchy. You launch a 2-ball, you launch anything, and then everybody's like, I was there, I was standing there, and then the pass will still go through. I mean, it's just fascinating how this game can be funny at times.
I mean, certainly it can always create some interesting moments in the game, but this one perfectly poised for an interesting one going into the final minute. If you just joined the broadcast, this is the Onedosh Last Man tournament, of course, proudly brought to you by Onedosh. Featured 32 players. We started online. Now we've moved to the LAN event with the final 8 going into the last round of action. And currently, as we speak, Killer Freak leading against Adefola, whilst KK in a very healthy position.
You know the funny thing about Killer Freak is I guess a lot of people. The only funny thing about Killer Freak is I guess a lot of people actually have forgotten how Killer Freak came into the scene. It used to be a problem for a lot of people because of his press. But if you notice this season, a lot of people have not been complaining about his press because this league made it so easy to break press.
It's not as effective.
It's not as effective as it used to be. So press can easily be broken down because of those first time through balls. You can get away from passes. I mean, do you think we should like take the game back to where it used to be, or what do you think?
I think maybe it should be a little bit more balanced than that.
Then it took more skill.
Exactly. But now you almost kind of feel like
AI is in everything for you.
Kind of doing everything for you, so you don't have to really stress to get out of press like situations. But that's the thing. As an athlete, especially within the esports space, adaptability has to be your biggest asset. You have to adapt to every new thing that the game brings up. And we know with FC, the changes are a lot. If you're currently watching on YouTube or on TikTok, make sure to drop us a follow on Playwithtomide's channel. Can you like the stream as well? Help us to push it out there. If you still don't share the tournament, if you are in for some crazy, massive FC games,
some people are going to be winning some people are going to be winning some.
There's giveaways as well.
Yeah, there's giveaway on the stream. So if you're on the stream, say some of you are going to be going on with $20 each for 5 people. I mean, in the last stream, during the round of 32, we had about someone win a brand new PlayStation 5 on the stream.
Wow,
amazing, right? Yeah, so we gave out the brand new PlayStation 5 on the stream, and we also gave out about 5 people going on with $20 each. The idea for Onedosh is, we understand the problem, and we also want to enable a lot of people to see gaming as it can be a career for you. And this is what we want to solve. This is what we want to fix all your finance problems, fix all these things that you want. And I mean, it's been an amazing ride for me. I mean, ever since I discovered them, I moved all my funds into Onedosh. I don't use any platform. That's what I use.
But certainly, I mean, trusted platform out there. You should certainly give it a try. Onedosh across all the platforms, whether it's Play Store or App Store. We are getting through the lines of this one as we head into the last 8 of the action. I believe Killer Freak and Adefola, as Killer Freak still leads in this game. It's quite an interesting one, especially for Killer Freak when you look at the last couple of months and how they've gone for him. You went to Ghana, did amazingly well, as he's currently up 8 goals to 4. Then you come to the league and everything.
You see, the Ghana one, I was there. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I coached him when I was in Ghana. And honestly, even when I said, oh, I knew South Africa was going to win, I didn't think it was possible. I didn't think it was because Ghana has some remarkable players.
Well, certainly. And I called it at the time, and I still believe it is the greatest feat ever by a Nigerian FC player.
It's never been done.
No Nigerian FC athlete, well, I've not seen any Nigerian FC athlete do it, go outside of the country, face that type of adversity. In a place where you've been beaten before in the rivalry series, come back
just recently
and able to pull it off. I think that was actually. And mind you, not only him performing well, Adefola actually finished top 8 as well, so he also deserves some plaudits for that. It's just that this game, it's not been going well for him at all. João Pedro trying to force his way in the mix. Look, seeing that João Pedro up top just reminds me of the grid. Because he was using this football day Ekitike that he had eviled and he was doing some madness. Not a lot of people are using João Pedro's team of the season, but I'm telling you, he has actually eviled the guy.
He has eviled his own. Because if you look at what João Pedro does in game, you can tell that you're not this good. This card is not this good. But then, that's what evils do.
Tomide, are you believing what you're seeing from the KK, Mr. Oga? You might see the scoreline.
What?
That's actually crazy.
12?
That is actually insane. Wow. KK is absolutely on one. Look,
where was this performance in the Hague League?
I mean, maybe he's also not a league. I know he performed in Division 2, but mind you, in the Challengers Cup, he literally breezed through everybody. So he's got the ability to do that.
Wow. The keeper?
What a goal that was. But Fife are able to get one back as the deficit cut to 3. But KK, but advancing into the next round. Killer freak yet again.
That was kickoff, by the way.
I mean,
some of them have been scoring kickoffs.
Stopping it is extremely hard. Kickoff.
Very hard.
I cannot even lie. When you have to track so many runners around, it's just extremely difficult. It is the Onedosh last man standing tournament finals. The last 8 players, if you are wondering who they are, well, of course, Faruk Manzo is in the mix. Mitchell, I believe, is in the house as well. King Nonex, maybe the hottest name on the block right now. We've got Badji Jr. also in the mix. So a lot of players to look forward to, and it should be.
I mean, Tactical should have been here, but he had to play Faruk in the round of 16. It was a tough one. Tough. I mean, he was leading Faruk like 3-2 in like the 88th minute. Then Faruk scored, I think, the 83rd minute to make it 3-3, and Faruk scored one more, and that's how Faruk won.
I believe Tactical versus Faruk games are always kind of crazy when you look at even how it went down in the league, because Faruk led by like 5 goals, but the guy found a way to get back into the game. So kudos to Tactical for being able to find a way back into the game, and unfortunately for him, wasn't able to make the land of it. But that's another name within the scene where you're kind of proud for how the gaming scene is currently going, because he's somebody who also maybe wasn't based in Lagos. I believe he came from, I think, Port Harcourt also.
Yeah, the transitioning was really good.
The gaming scene is kind of evolving where you look at KK all the way from Akwa Ibom, people are buying into the idea now, and it's the perfect time for Onedosh to come in and say, you know what,
perfect timing.
Let's help these guys.
A lot of people are looking into, so we can have something like this, and we never knew something like this is happening in Nigeria, and then that's what I try to use my platform for. What a goal from Fola. What a beautiful goal from Fola. You saw that? I saw the pass, but I didn't know he was going to attempt it because it looked like Killer Africa was going to intercept it, but then that's why he's a pro and I'm not a pro.
Well, I mean, Dominic can certainly hold his own.
Yeah, I can actually. Just, I mean, not for long. You don't want to play these guys for long. Maybe like 2 games.
Exactly, and especially 9-minute house, I must tell you.
I'm not playing 9-minute house.
They are long.
9-minute house is too long. I can play them in 6 minutes.
They are very long.
Couple of games and I'm out.
That's why when usually maybe someone sends me like a screenshot that maybe you beat one of these guys in champs or whatever. So we'll see. Then when you play them in a tournament setting where it's a different thing. Hey, to have to defend this thing for 9 in-game minute house. If you played like through compete mode against some of the top players, maybe you know what I'm saying. If you just joined the broadcast, we appreciate you so much for showing your support. And both of the games happening concurrently here, live from Lagos, Nigeria. Killer Freak marching on into a semi-final. 7 minutes away from being our first semi-finals. Actually, KK has already done the business as that game will end all the way from Akwa Ibom. Challengers Cup champion, came second in the Pro Leagues as well. Well, he will be a Onedosh last man standing semi-finalist, and he's got an opportunity to get his hands on some cool prizes. We haven't spoken about the prizes yet. Right after this game is done, Tomide will brief you guys as to what everybody might win. Actually, 5 players are about to walk away with some amazing prizes, as Adefola maybe to get one goal back. Maybe we could have gone into miracle territory. the last 4 minutes, gonna put us.
I think as a pro, if Fola gets a goal, I think Killer Freak is just going to try to hold the ball at this point. Or what a goal from him.
That's always the threat when it comes to playing these guys, where you need a goal, you commit a lot of bodies forward. Then it's facing.
He didn't have a choice. He had to.
You want to score goals, but things just certainly don't go your way. Yeah, and the lovely thing about the gaming scene as well is the players are not left alone these days. As Adefola will register a goal. This one 10 goals to 7. The players, like I was saying earlier, the players are not left alone these days. They actually signed to professional esports teams. You're looking at Adefola signed to KD Esports. You're looking at Killer Freak also with Game Evolution Esports as well. So these days they're not kind of left out there to hang out to dry, but they've got organizations backing them, helping them out with tournaments and kind of sorting everything out for them. So credit to the Nigerian esports scene. That's
and the season will certainly be the icing on the cake. I don't understand what they're playing. It's like goal difference or something. If it was a league, I would understand. But it feels like each time Fola scores, Killer Freak is like, no, I'm getting that lead, but I want that 4-goal lead. I don't want the 2-goal lead. I don't want that, which is very fascinating. What how these boys can really do.
Very, very true.
I mean, if you're just tuning in, just make sure that you head over to my link. The link is in my bio, both on Instagram, TikTok, on every platform. Click on the link. It's going to move you over to Play Store, App Store. Make sure you download Onedosh. It is my company. I'm a partner in the company. You can trust it. The best online finance company you can use for payments internationally anywhere in the world. You want to shop on Temu. You want to shop on Amazon. Anywhere in the world. You want to buy FC points. Anything. You want to buy anything in-game, any item. One thing you need to know is that as long as you're using Onedosh, you're covered. And you also get a free US bank account that you can use for payments on anything and to receive payments. I mean, being in Nigeria and you having a US bank account is not something that I imagine.
Yeah, like that's not easy.
For people that are also going to the World Cup, you will need it. Exactly. So during the World Cup, I mean, I'll be there. I can't wait to see Ronaldo, bow out in the round of 16 again.
That's how.
He doesn't have a World Cup knockout, by the way.
Well, we'll have a conversation about it. But before we go on our first break, we need to let the viewers know what the players are winning. So what's first prize getting?
The first prize is going on with $800 and a brand new PlayStation 5.
And a PS5 on top of it.
A PS5 Slim, by the way.
Wow. Yeah. These days, how much is the price of like a PS5 in Nigeria? Are we saying
a friend bought like 2 days ago, brand new, was like 900K. PS5 Slim. So that's like 800. That's like 1 million and 900K. That's like 1.9 mil ish.
Wow. And in addition to $800. Well, we'll tell you what the rest of the 4 will win. Mind you, I told you, top 5 players are all walking away with something. But that's first round of action done. 2 confirmed semi-finalists. Killer Freak, KK, they've done the business. We'll be back with the other quarter-final games on your screen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this break.
Over $20 billion moves between Nigerians abroad and home every year. Yet sending money can still feel slow, expensive, and stressful. If your life moves between the US and Nigeria, you felt it delayed transfers and cards that fail at the worst moments. That's why we built Onedosh. Onedosh is a borderless money app created for people whose lives move between Nigeria and the United States. With Onedosh, you can send money in seconds, hold dollars and naira in one wallet, convert when you feel like, and spend globally with a card that works online and abroad. There is no chasing middlemen. You don't have to wonder where your money is. Onedosh gives you the confidence to support your family, fund your goals, and move money with peace of mind. money that moves with you. Download Onedosh today.
Welcome back from that quick one. It was the first round of the action here in the quarterfinals of the Onedosh last man standing tournament. And we just saw Killer Freak dispatch Adefola, and that one he's booked the spot in the semis, and he's booking a date to somebody who was on a scoring spree. KK beating Mr. Oga, by a boatload of goals. So that semifinals is set up. We'll turn our attention to the other quarter-final now. Maybe the two hottest players in Nigeria right now. Faruk Manzo is playing Nonex.
To be honest, like that match, Nonex said outside that Faruk was lucky when they faced each other this weekend because Faruk won 3-2, last-minute goal.
I think, personally, that was my favorite game out of the whole. That guy's looking scary right now. But if you're not familiar with how the bracket is looking like, we started from 32. We are down to 8, and this is how the 8-man bracket looks. KK 12-2 against Mr. Oga in the semi-final. Killer Freak 11-7 to finish against Adefola. That's that semi-final booked. And then we've got, like I told you already, the current National Soccer League champion, Faruk, taking on King Nonex from the south. I'll tell you all about King Nonex as well. He's been making a lot of waves in Nigeria when it comes to FC as well. But you look at this old age battle. This is not the first time we are seeing Mitch versus Baji, and it always produces.
Yeah, the thing about Mitch and Baji in their matchups is we never know who's going to win. It always produces different winners. So I think it's a 50-50 game.
In the National Soccer League, they actually played out in a 1-1 draw.
Yeah, 1-1 draw. Like, so, it was funny. Two of them 50-50 complete.
Exactly. So it's a coin toss between whoever would win in that game. Mind you, this one proudly sponsored by Onedosh. If you still not downloaded the app, head on to App Store, Play Store. If you're looking for the best place to get all of your microtransactions to work for you, that is the place to go. Onedosh app, Play Store, App Store. Download the app now. But for our main game on the broadcast, Faruk versus Nonex, I'm looking at the type of form that Faruk is in. But the questions being asked of Nonex, I think he's answered very well. Even though Killer Freak beat him, he gave him a game. Even though Faruk beat him, he gave him a game. And I'm trying to cast my mind back to when we heard of Nonex, when he played last year, when he was playing 95 overall. Then I remember you invited him to play Killer Freak live. Even though Killer Freak beat him, I remember your statement. You were like, nah, this kid is very good.
Yeah, I was like, it's very good.
I think since then, what he's shown is absolutely brilliant. He won the Pro Leagues, by the way, and he's coming up to face Faruk again.
The truth is, I'm going to say something on stream that some people might not be happy about. Nonex is the closest thing to Faruk and Killer Freak in Nigeria.
Wow.
From what I've seen.
That's a bold statement.
Yeah, I'm very serious.
That's very bold, especially with the talent around.
Yeah, the problem with Nonex is not skill. It's like, people don't yet see me there.
Yeah.
So I don't want to talk like I'm there. I don't want to act like I'm there. It's like a mental block right now. I feel like once he beats this person,
or maybe he wins like one of the major tournaments.
It's like what happened with Mitchell, because I was around when Mitchell was winning back to back. Then Mitchell was always having this problem with one player called Arogs. Mitchell would get to Arogs, he would lose. He came to me one time and said, why can't I beat him? And Fred Boyd is beating him and all that. Then there was this one day, Mitchell beats Arogs. I'm telling you, 5 tournaments, Mitchell beats Arogs.
We went on a run. Sometimes it's just like that. And not just for gamers as well. Even in life, when you get over that stubborn hurdle, all of a sudden the pathway clears. Could this be the moment that Nonex gets over that hurdle? But I'm telling you, this hurdle is a big one. It is a massive one. The guy coming from a top 8 finish in Morocco in the Igbo Tola, currently leading in the National Soccer League and on his way to lift an unprecedented second title here for the KD Sports National Soccer League as well. You certainly be the overwhelming favorite in this game, but judging from what we saw in the other weekend's game between the two, you could tell that it's a game that will go right down to the wire. Those are the two guys in your short in the Onedosh last man standing tournament. Of course, we'll be giving you the updates from the Baji Mitchell game as well, so make sure you stay tuned for that one.
Stats about Faruk? I don't think Faruk has not lost a game in his last in Nigeria. He has not lost a game in his last...
Since coming back from Morocco, should we say that?
No,
since coming back from Morocco, even before.
Faruk has not lost a game.
Wow.
A match tournament in the last like 20, 30 games. Nobody has been able to beat.
Because if we take into consideration last year's National Soccer League, you went unbeaten as well.
The last person that beat him was Killer Freak.
Cage.
And he won the tournament. So Faruk is in a serious form
so what you're basically telling us is that if you beat Faruk, you win the tournament.
No, I'm basically saying
the last time the person beat him, he won.
Maybe Nonex can do it. We don't know.
We'll see what we have left off in this one. Faruk Manzo, I believe in the black kid from right to left. This man, usually in the first minute, he wants to cool things down. But Nonex, the goalkeeper, Vicario, fortunate, coming to his rescue. Mind you, they are playing in 9-minute halves, just one leg to the side who gets into that semi-final. Faruk probing early on with Simakan at the back end. Nonex, what I love from him defensively is how calm he is at the back. Well, maybe commentators jinx coming there. That pass did not look calm at all. It did not look calm at all as Faruk will get the ball back. Van de Ven, everybody seems to buy into the Van de Ven. The new
because of the pace. I mean, he has like 90.
Yeah.
For a defender and his lengthy.
And the thing is,
crazy.
This year, especially with how crazy this one the season cards are and everybody being lengthy around this, your pace has to be insane. Nonex with Osimhen, he's been brilliant so far.
Good defending from Faruk.
What a tackle that is. Look, I think Osimhen is another card that a lot of people are sleeping
I think Osimhen actually
97 pace, lengthy.
He's the best RM in the game, even though he's off cam. But if you put him there, Osimhen is a different beast on the flank.
And it's very cheap as well. If you have like 150k coins, you can certainly go on and complete the SBC. And it's no surprise that he's playing on the right side of Nonex. Mind you, there are no restrictions for this tournament. For the KD Sports National Soccer League, you have to use a Nigerian player. But Nonex is not forced to use him. But then he's using it to tell you how good that Osimhen item is. So make sure you check him out before that. I mean, I was kind of stubborn. They were telling me I should complete that Osimhen. I haven't completed him yet, but I'm kind of buying into the idea now. VM1 for Faruk. Second chancer. I may be breaking down the stubborn defense.
Is really good. He defends really well. That's the thing about Nonex. And this was the same thing that happened when he faced Faruk in the Kid League. His defense is really good.
It's all about the structure. And look how everything is well set, making sure you're not moving too many things around, because that is when these players like to pick you apart. And if you've noticed Nonex game, that's one thing that he certainly got on log. But with Faruk Manzo, his ability to dribble is up there with the very best, and he'll cause you problems immediately. He finds that space. Nonex, great defending, like we mentioned earlier on. And look at that run from Osimhen. You don't want to get him while he's on his bike. It's literally impossible to stop with the physicality on him as well, as Faruk will defend vehemently on the other side.
Do you think he should have passed that? I don't think he should have passed that.
Wait, is that a penalty? Wow. I mean, Nonex will feel hard done by him. You look at the expression on his face.
He's actually showing that. That was a penalty.
Wow, Faruk Manzo, massive opportunity.
Faruk wouldn't care though.
To go up after 12 minutes from 12 yards with a cheeky dink to lead. I mean, he's quite fortunate, but he'll take it all day long. Nonex will feel like this was not fair to him at all.
I'm very sure if he loses by 1 goal again, he's going to come out and say, look, I told you, this guy just keeps getting lucky against me.
Well. What a twist in this tale. In that game, the National Soccer League, I believe they went band for band early on in that first half. And Faruk Manzo will certainly appreciate that penalty call going his way. Nonex, though, trying to make inroads. Fortunately, bounces well for him. The money, can she find a way? And she will. Low driven near post. She makes it count. The money, I think, is an underrated card.
Don't call an underrated card. She's so beauty. Let's call it as it is. How do you explain that for them? That's good defending, but that's just Dumare being Dumare.
Exactly. I mean, in the NBA, we always say a great defense is trump great. A great offense is trump great defense. Like whatever you do on the defensive end, if the offense is just too great, you can't stop them. And that time, Dumare finding a way to squeeze it past the goalkeeper. And it seems like we've got our first. I thought that was an update from that Mitchell game, but we get another quick look at this one. How is she winning?
How is she winning that,
man? That is absolutely insane. And look, Nonex will feel like, you know what, if the game gave you a penalty, they should give you this one as well. Faruk, no, then just like that, the champion strikes back. 20 minutes in, already 3 goals in this one. And that's the thing, immediately you feel like you're sleeping on defense a little bit. This man, he will pick you apart. Tommy, before we went on that break, we told everybody what the champion is getting, $800 plus a brand new PS5. Yep. What second place getting?
$250 and a brand new PlayStation 5 too.
Ooh, and the PlayStation 5 as well. And I mean, that's not all of the prices. What's third place getting?
The third place is going to get $250.
$250, wow. And fourth place as well.
$100.
Ooh, and fifth place?
$50.
Wow, top 5, all walking away with something is absolutely incredible. So I'm sure all of the players will be poised to certainly get something. Nonex looking for the equalizer.
Ooh.
And that deep run from behind almost paying dividends. I like the confidence with which Nonex is playing. When people play Faruk, sometimes they play with this fear of not wanting to go at him.
Yeah.
But not with this man at all. You cannot say that about him.
Nonex is not the type that is scared of players, but I think he still has this mental block of, I better score this, I better score this. And sometimes that can affect why he loses some of those chances, to be honest. Because Nonex will get those chances, but sometimes he just doesn't take them.
Well, in these first 25 minutes, the approach has been very positive from Nonex, but Faruk Manzo still leads. Can he turn this offense, McTominay, in the way to block that one? I mean, Faruk Manzo is using Ousmane Dembele up top, which I don't usually see. I know League One team of the season is past now, but not a lot of people are using Dembele up top, so it's quite interesting to see him use PSG's forward up top. So we'll see how he does. Like I was saying, I love watching these Ultimate Team tournaments because if you do play Ultimate Team, you're looking for pointers to get some players into your team. And right now, I think the most common player in midfield is McTominay. So if you've not caught McTominay, you're missing out on a lot. That guy is absolutely incredible. Veerman also a very good card in midfield. Faruk creating more space. Oh, how did he find the angle?
This is what makes him different. This is what I'm talking about.
The croqueta cancel.
Little chances there. Because I was thinking he was going to chip the keeper.
I mean, Tomide, you and I in that position, we're not doing that.
I'm not scoring that. I'm not scoring that. I'm not going to lie.
Croqueta from that angle, noticing that the goalkeeper was off his line a bit. Wow. And that's 3-1. The margin for error in this game is so little that you cannot afford to be making such mistakes if you are Nonex. And now all of a sudden, this game might have the potential of being blown out of proportions by that man right there, Faruk Manzo, enjoying his FC at the moment. And now this is where Nonex needs to be careful. Yeah. Because another goal goes in and hey.
I think Faruk is out here to make a statement that, look, you were the one that was lucky. Like, don't ever make that statement again, because this looks like a game that Faruk is literally going to run away with it at this point.
Well, maybe it might be too early to call. We'll see if Nonex has a response. Osimhen on the ball. Trying to find a way in, but that pass not good enough to stifle that defense. And this is where Faruk loves to be, on his bike in transition. Just unfortunately offside for him. I mean, no restrictions on the tournament.
Yep.
But you look at who Nonex is using at the back. He's using, first of all, Pacho. Pacho is really good.
Yeah.
But he's using Jacobo Ramon, a guy who's like barely 200k coins.
The thing about some of those cards is that Ramon just like when Pina was like 4K,
her gold card was,
but
still
she was
cheap.
better than R9. So Ramon is one of those cards where it's not by the price. He's actually really, oh my god.
That's onside again from Faruk.
Yeah. I mean, I saw when he triggered the run. I saw when Veerman was coming.
I thought it was almost late to the pass. That's why I was silent for a bit there. But this man has everything calculated. It's 4-1 now. A couple of minutes back, it looked like a close one. But he's absolutely running away with it here in this first half. Faruk, exclamation mark all over this game. We're speaking about the centre-back pairing for Nonex. I'm very surprised that he's using Jacobo Ramon. But like you're saying, if the guy is good, sometimes it doesn't matter.
Ramon is, I think Ramon is, even without comparing the two evils, he's top 10 defenders in the game. Whether we like it or not, he's top 10 defenders in the game.
I mean, the run from Veerman kind of went a little bit disguised. The Nonex really didn't notice that one. And Faruk playing through the middle and making sure it counts. And that man looking to surge into yet another semi-final. He's been in this position multiple times in his career already. And the Nigerian champ currently in a strong, firm position in this house. Simakan at the back.
There was a pass there, though.
I mean,
I think Faruk is trying to play safe.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I learned about Faruk, especially when he came back from Ibotola, was management of the game.
Yeah.
Before, maybe he's still fighting for more goals and all of that, but now, wow. She scored that. Money is absolutely insane. How?
That's the Lakoketa finesse too.
That's actually crazy. I think Lakoketa cancelled into the finesse, and the Mitch versus Badgie game has finally begun, and it seems like Mitchell will be the one to open the scoring. Well, there he is, my personal favorite RM in the game, Yamal, banging in a finesse.
I mean, it's the best player in the world. What are we talking about? still the best player.
Baby.
Come on.
What do you guys think in the chat? We'll be reading our comments pretty soon. This Yamal, the undisputed #1. The Billy on the 10. Great tackle from Jacobo Ramon. Now can Nonex finish this half in a great position? If he gets one back going into the second half, that'll certainly be perfect for him. That Osimhen run triggered and used by Nonex. Mark Tomlin, and I think the best thing for him to do is play for last attack because you don't want to lose the ball in this position.
Oh no, you don't want to lose the ball.
And all of a sudden, he might be open to a counter. One time pass from far on his bike. He ran away from everybody. And wow, he's missed it. But on the rebound, Faruk obliges Veerman to make it 5.
Faruk has got like 2 lucky goals, to be fair. I know.
I mean, sometimes we always say you make your own luck.
Make your own luck anyways.
And he totally made his own luck in that scenario. But just as I was saying, as a pro player in these types of scenarios, you have to play for last attack.
Yeah.
I think he went too aggressively.
You see right there, that's where I think the exposure going abroad is where has helped Faruk. I think Faruk in that position, I'm very sure he's not going to attack you yet. He's going to wait, let the clock run down till it's the final minute, then he goes for the attack.
Well, we did say Mitchell in a tournament setting. It's a different beast altogether, and it's 2-0 up. Wow.
Mitch is moving crazy.
That is an explosive start. This game in the National Soccer League finished 1-1. Mitchell, Badji was able to stifle Mitchell's defense, but not on this scenario at all. Mitchell is absolutely enjoying himself out there. It's an incredible start from that man in your short. Whilst in our primary game, Faruk Manzo putting on a clinic offensively. He's looking unstoppable right now. And Nonex in your shot. Look, kudos to Nonex, no matter how this result goes. Because if you're looking at trajectory and how quickly he's exploded onto the scene, I think maybe only Killer Freak, when he broke onto the scene, has had like quicker success. Because this guy, when he played last year, where he played in those kickoff tournaments, played well. And I remember he played that live match wager against Killer Freak. Yeah. Since then, almost every single tournament that he plays in, he wins.
He wins, yeah.
He played, I believe, PSX.
That's what he's the
goes on to win.
Faruk and Killer Freak.
Exactly, Pro Leagues. He goes on to win as well. He's just got that winning mentality in him as well. And I'm telling you, he will need that winning mentality in this second half if there's any chance for him to find something in this game and maybe force Faruk to do a little bit more thinking. But at this juncture, it is still the undisputed #1 who is controlling the show.
The thing about Faruk is when he's attacking you, like, he has a way of, with his player locks and the directed runs, he creates so many options that the thing about Faruk, you cannot cope with the directed runs and the player lock. It will make you take the players out of position.
That was one thing that I didn't notice. I was casting Money. Money was telling me, have you noticed that Faruk uses both directed runs and the player lock? Like, that's absolutely insane.
Every single time Faruk is... Oh, I think Mitchell just scored.
Mitchell, wow. We wouldn't have predicted him to be up 3-0 after 25 minutes. That guy's playing out of his mind right now and deservedly in the lead. Nonex opportunity. Ooh. There was an open pass for him. And that's where we keep preaching about the use of the player lock. Because if you are locked to that player, that pass is certainly going. Look, there are just aspects and elements of SC26 where if you have in your game, it puts you over the top. Nonex up the post. Very unlucky on that chance. And those are the margins that you're looking for to go your way. Just quite unfortunate on that one. Look, you might look at the best player in the world currently as maybe Anders Vega and say, look, he doesn't use.
He is the best player in the world.
He's not the current FC Pro World champion. It is Manu Bashore, so everybody can have their opinion, but he's like the consensus best player in the world. I agree to that. And you look at his game and say, okay, Anders doesn't use the player lock, but he still finds ways to score.
Directed runs.
Exactly. So to be able to play like him, you have to understand the deep fundamentals of this game, and if you don't have that, you'll be in certainly trouble. You know, somebody who has deep fundamentals on this game is Badji Jr. Yeah. Every time I watch this guy, you can clearly tell he understands what dribbling is, football is. And when I was speaking to him the last time, I was telling me he's been playing this game since FIFA 12. I should tell you that, look, it's not his first rodeo when it comes to playing games like this. So he understands the system. He'll need that understanding with a lot of time still to go in that game. He makes it 3-1. It must feel like this second half, Nonex has kind of played better than Faruk has done, but nothing to show for it. Still no goals in the second half.
The thing is, you playing better doesn't mean you are playing better than me. Sometimes I can allow you play better because I want to be conservative.
The most important statistic is at the top left corner, and it's still not changed.
And it's not changed. So, and the thing about Faruk, as you can see there, that's not Salma's position. That was obviously directed runs. why it's so difficult to defend Faruk, because I played him yesterday, was I couldn't cope with his directed runs. I mean, he's, oh my God, and that's a go for Nonex.
Nonex, well deserved. I think in the second half,
Well deserved.
He stifled Faruk a lot. He's not made Faruk as comfortable as he was in the first half. And it's a very important goal in the context of things. Now, it makes Faruk know you're not going to be running away easily. We did say that the comments will be coming in quickly. Blacklist
Do you
asking,
think Nonex can come back?
which tournament this is? This is the Onedosh last man standing tournament. Blacklist, the Onedosh last man standing tournament. Tommy, back to your question on that one. I think it's possible with time, but you have to also remember the opponent is playing against. That's what makes things difficult.
Have you noticed that
Yamal
is only going towards Yamal? That's what we say is the best player in the world. Come on.
His team of the season item is absolutely incredible. It's the reason he's about 14 million coins. Is absolutely insane. 63 minutes gone in this one, and now this is the maturity we're speaking about for Faruk, where he doesn't go too aggressively. He's taking time off the clock, making sure he'll make you work for the ball a little bit more.
Trying to run the clock down a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As we see the ball skewed from Faruk. Ooh, that through ball into Domoni had the potential to cause a couple of problems. If we just tune into the action, the Onedosh last man standing tournament, of course, proudly brought to you by Onedosh, the one top transactions app in Nigeria currently. If you're a gamer out there, you're looking to make all of your microtransactions.
Not just a gamer,
I mean, for everybody.
For everybody. I mean, you get a local bank, a Paga local bank. You can get a free US bank account you can use to pay and receive money anywhere in the world. I mean, it's basically like work operating from the future in today's world. So Onedosh is like a futuristic platform for online payment and online. Oh my God, Nonex is not letting Faruk run anything.
And this is exactly what we saw in the National Soccer League game.
Faruk has to drink some water.
He's got to cool down. You know the crazy thing in that game, when Faruk was playing the whole day, he was wearing a hat. Nonex was wearing a cap. When they started that game, they both took it off.
It's like okay.
Yeah. Let's get to the serious business.
This is business.
All right, but this is your cue to join the Onedosh family now. Head on to App Store, Play Store, download the app.
The best way for them to do it is to actually go to my profile anywhere, Playwithtomide. The link is in my bio. Just click on it. It takes you straight to Play Store, App Store, and then you download. The referral code is Playwithtomide. The KYC has to be very strong. You can't just submit anything random for your KYC because of course they're not a Nigerian bank. It's like a US foreign national bank. So like it's like something that they try to make the security so good for, because I mean it's finance. They don't want any issues, any form of you get fraudulent activities and whatnot. So I'm a partner in the company. It's not just something that I just talk about. It's something that I actively use, something that we're trying to help Nigerians see that look, this is a solution to every financial issue you have online. Payment, receiving, free US bank account, free paid for any platform, gaming, buy points on your PES mobile, pay for anything in the world, right? It's quite remarkable what you can do with Onedosh. And it's limitless.
I mean, it is indeed limitless. And now it seems like people are joining the Nonex bandwagon. If you aren't a fan, you will be a fan now. He'll force you to be a fan. I mean, I've seen the truth right from Challengers Cup, watching him play, Pro Leagues, watching him play, and in this Elite League as well. He's been absolutely incredible. She's got space running.
To pull her down.
That was absolutely crucial because she was running away. And I'm telling you, Peniel had her. Just cost about 200k coins. She's an absolute beast.
She's lengthy.
The most important thing, you put the sniper, the architect on her.
Yeah.
She will be lengthy. But you can feel Nonex building all important momentum. Can he channel that momentum into goals? Great pass into goal! Nonex on 4-1. It's absolutely incredible the resilience this one has. And I mean, look at how he picked the spots with Domoni.
It's not that, it's the mentality to come back from 4-1 against Faruk.
We don't usually see this. When Faruk Manzo is up more than 2 goals against you, people usually crumble. Well, not this man at all. We have an absolute cracker of a game on our hands. King Nonex.
Nah,
the Solar Flare esports player. Well, he's blazing with fire right now. 15 minutes to go in this one. And how does the gameplay now change for Faruk? Does he still approach it with that calm mentality, or is going to go aggressive? We'll be finding out in the next 15 minutes. I mean, Sally, I kind of agree with that statement, because we saw Andes versus Tex and it was absolutely incredible. This game, it's looking like it has potential to be incredible as well. We've not seen extra time so far today. maybe we might enter extra time because of this game.
I think this is where, oh my God.
Oh, that's onside from Faruk.
Want to go?
And he kind of hesitated a bit with the shot, but he makes it count.
That's what I'm saying, like, getting back on level terms is one job. Taking the lead is another job, because sometimes you can feel like, oh, I've gotten to my feet, let me now relax. But I feel like if you are a pro, you know that, oh, when I come back, the job is not done. And I think that's where Nonex is. That's why he has considered.
Look, I'd love to see that replay again if production will get it for us. When he got the ball with Dembele,
I think he thought it was offside.
I think first of all, he thought it was offside. Then he was thinking, okay, maybe he's moving the goalkeeper a bit. So he waited for him, near post finish, and bang, Nonex can't do anything about it. And just like that, Faruk Manzo in the lead again. I mean, when you come up with everything you've got in this world against this one, he just somehow finds a way to win. And with 10 minutes to go, Nonex's expression tells you, what do I have? What more do I have to do?
I mean, that's what you have to like think of. You have to think of it. They're going to be a Onedosh champion, a company that has worked so hard to fix the problem of African gaming. You have to also put in the work to be the number one also. That's what it is.
Well, certainly, to be the last man standing in this Onedosh tournament, you have to be extraordinary. Both players have been extraordinary.
No.
I think that's one side from Hannah. No. She's got space to deal with.
I think it's a finesse though. Finesse.
There was the space to take the shot. But I think he felt like the angle was a little bit close.
And she has the finesse plus, I think.
And that's a massive opportunity going by for Nonex. Wow. It tells you that the nerves are getting to play a bit. The pressure is getting very, very hot inside the studios here live, Lagos, Nigeria. If you just tuned in, this is the Onedosh last man standing tournament, quarter-final action. Nonex, though, still confident that he might be able to pull this one off. As we do get the updates, Mitchell, oh my goodness, this man has so many trophies in his cabinet.
Oh my Lord.
He has another one yet in his sight, and I've heard this quote that they say when Boyd is by his side coaching him, he can beat anybody in this world. He's absolutely insane. Exactly. And they are doing dangerous things right now. Nonex, he's got 4 minutes plus added time to mount another comeback again. It wasn't easy when he was down 5-2. Well, he's got to do it all over again if he's to stay in this competition. That pass not good enough. And Faruk will have an opportunity to game manage for a bit. All of the experience, all of the learning, it comes into play now. Can you hold off your opponent for the next 2 minutes plus extra time to secure the ticket to the semi-final? And that's the way you do it. Yeah. Run to the corners and run down the clock. And that's exactly what Faruk Manzo is doing now. He will not force the issue, making sure to frustrate Nonex. And you see the press coming from Nonex, but just still can't get the ball of Faruk. 1 minute of added time, that won't do Nonex too much good. But that's exactly what Faruk wanted. And it's absolutely incredible from that man right there. He's completed the job. He's done the business. It felt like Nonex was going to come back in this game. And that right there says it all.
Like I said, if the game ends with a 1-goal lead, you feel like the penalty you got lucky. And I'm very sure Nonex is going to say this guy keeps getting lucky.
I mean,
he got an offensive penalty from the start of the game, but it's what it is. I mean, you make your own luck.
Look, massive applause to Nonex for that resilience to come back in the game. Yeah. But credit to Faruk Manzo as well. When you blow a lead like that, I mean, Tommy, I've been in that situation so many times when rivals have chance when I blow a 3-goal lead. Hey, all hell is breaking loose. Exactly. But the mentality to keep going is absolutely important. And Selly says it all. Experience from Manzo right now is up there with the very best. He books his spot in a semi-final as well. Well, right now he's looking at this game as the potential opponent is doing crazy damage right now. Mitchell, he's absolutely on one. 66 minutes gone. Nobody would have predicted this scoreline 6-1.
I never thought Baji was going to be this like this. I mean, it's been a while I've seen him lose this way.
And look, if you tune in early to the National Soccer League, the first 2 weeks, Baji was untouchable.
It was untouchable.
I just don't know what switch right there. Was it that statement that he made that nobody was going to beat him again?
I mean, when you make statements like that, the pressure is on you. It's like you have to back it
You
up.
put a target on your
You
back.
put a target on your back, and it's like I have to back on myself. Before nobody was really looking at you, and now you put pressure on yourself. And it's like, what happened with Yamal and Classico? You talk, you have to walk the walk. And that's what I mean. It just shows that maybe next time you should not talk. I mean, that's what it is.
Well, you've got to let your talking do on the virtual pitch. And right now, it's not looking good for Badji Jr. at all. Mitchell has absolutely dominated every facet of this game, but Badji, though, with an opportunity to get back into this game. I mean,
Do you think that's a
20 minutes, 4 goals.
I mean, Michel's experience is going to try to.
I mean, from what we saw from Nonex, 3 goals, he did it in like 20 minutes.
I mean,
it's not possible.
but I mean, it's Michel. Michel is not going to throw away a first lead.
Well, we've seen crazy things happen. We don't know if this tournament has got some more craziness to it as well. Kane's finesse, just while we see a little bit of a smile from the dangerous twins, as Tommy they will call them, Boyd and Mitchell. This is Onedosh last man standing tournament. We started the business online a couple of weeks back where 32 players featured. Mind you, 32 of the very finest Nigeria has got to offer. If you're thinking of players like Tactical, Guru, I saw Game with Josh in there as well. All of the top guns were in there. But the 8 here today were the ones who made the qualification into the quarterfinal. But right as we currently speak, we are down to just the semi-finalists. Our first semi-final confirmed, Killer Freak versus KK. That should be a mouth-watering fixture. Whilst Faruk Manzo has also secured semi-final slot and is awaiting the end of this game to see who he plays, and currently is looking ever so likely that it will be Mitchell who will be in his way and trying to stop him from getting to yet another final in his illustrious career.
I honestly feel like what Onedosh is doing, companies like Onedosh, KD Sports, is truly remarkable. I mean, 4 or 5 years ago, I started streaming, playing games, because I'm like, I want to turn what Nigeria doesn't have. So I had to use my, I mean, the funny thing is I had an opportunity to move abroad. And I told my friends, I said, look, I'm going to do what no one has ever done. I'm going to make this gaming influencing work in this country. And Sydney, with the help of Sydney Talker, it started to work. And then with the help of the likes of Mr. Kumi and now Chima coming into the mix with KD Sport, now Onedosh. I mean, this is just everything working together, because I believe that the end goal, at the end of everything, Onedosh should actually become the official payment platform for anything gaming in Africa, because it's the platform where you have like everything in one. If you want to pay, you can do it. You want to receive, you can do it. If you want to collect crypto, you can do it. Everything in one. The rate is good, the transparency is there, and of course, you have me, because everybody knows to me when I don't talk about nothing or partner anything if it's not good. My word is my rep, so it is what it is. So shout out to Wonder, shout out to KD Sports, shout out to Game Evolution, and shout out to the players who have stayed, who have stuck by us and been patient with us.
Well, usually Tomide doesn't go all out for brands like that, but when he does, you know, he absolutely trusts them, and being the top tier gaming influencer in Africa, once he says it's a go for practically everybody. So make sure you join the Onedosh family. Head on to his Instagram platform right now. In his bio, the link is there. Click on that link, download the Onedosh app, and start getting your transactions going. This one coming to a wrap, 7 minutes plus added time to go, and Mitchell has absolutely been dominant. Badji Jr. just not had his day, and you see him there with his brother, knowing that it just didn't kind of happen. And Manny did make a statement during the National Soccer League that Badji has kind of had this cloud over him where it almost feels like,
whoa, what a goal!
What an angle to score from as well.
Score from there.
That's absolutely crazy.
Well, that's thought spinner. So, I mean,
it's no surprise.
It's no surprise. It's thought spinner.
He's incredible. People do have this assertion about Badji Jr. where it feels like he's so good, but he just can't get over the line in a major tournament.
Yeah, the thing about Badji is, I think school is part of the even Michel. I think school is part of what is still affecting them. I mean, we cannot say they should compromise and leave academics for gaming completely, but their time will come. Badji is still very much young, and one thing I'm happy about is these players are like the players also laying the foundation for the ones that will actually enjoy the true benefit. I mean, KD Sport is embarking on a very, very massive announcement very soon. We're going to have some major tournaments, and of course I would love to see Onedosh involved, because I don't want any gamer to come and say things like, oh, we can't afford this player, we can't afford this. I mean, that's what Onedosh is for. You would need FIFA points, you need anything. Everything is all working together as I wanted it to be. And then very soon, the end goal is to just see Nigerians compete on a global stage. And that's what I want. I want foreigners to actually see that, okay, the talent is here. And even if we cannot do that, let us also have our own tournaments and leagues where, look at AFCON. AFCON was one of the most watched tournaments in the entire world at this last AFCON. And that's an African tournament. I mean, I was there. I was present there. So if I'm there, I'm part of the people that made the population of the whole entire AFCON team, because one number adds to the one to another person. So that's it. So I feel like the end goal of what these companies are doing is really remarkable. And we've not yet seen the last of it. And I believe that the best is yet to come in the gaming scene in Africa.
Well, there's still more to come. And there is still more to come from that man in your shot. Mitchell books yet another spot in another semi-final. I was speaking to Manny the last time and I was asking him who has the most trophies in his cabinet, and he was telling me it's between Faruk and Adefola, and he put Mitchell in there.
Yeah,
Has Mitchell won that many tournaments?
I'm telling you, there was a time Mitchell was so good that there were these 3 Port Harcourt boys that they normally come to Lagos and they win tournaments. Sometimes they get to semi-final, final. There was this day that Mitchell was moving mad. I mean, Mitchell was like, you play 3 of them in a wager. Mitchell played KK.
I mean, that's
tactical
bold.
at their prime. KK, tactical, beginner. All 3 of them back to like, I'm done, best of 3, I'm done with you. Next person, best of 3, sit down, next
Just
person, best of 3.
line them up.
And he didn't lose one match, won everything.
That's aura.
Mitchell was moving mad.
That's
2023.
proper aura.
He was moving mad.
I mean,
he also beat Faruk, by the way.
The guy's resume is absolutely
Guy's
insane.
moving
Well, that
serious.
resume will be put to a test as he's booked that semi-final. He'll be facing Faruk later on, but we'll be heading into this break. But when we are back, our first semi-final of the day is a mouth-watering fixture. I'm telling you, in the game in the National Soccer League when these two played, we got over 20 goals. Where Keller Freak
I think
won.
it was 13-7.
So many goals.
So many goals.
So it's
man.
Keller Freak versus KK coming right up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this break.
Over $20 billion moves between Nigerians abroad and home every year. Yet sending money can still feel slow, expensive, and stressful. If your life moves between the US and Nigeria, you felt it delayed transfers and cards that fail at the worst moments. That's why we built Onedosh. Onedosh is a borderless money app created for people whose lives move between Nigeria and the United States. With Onedosh, you can send money in seconds, hold dollars and naira in one wallet, convert when you feel like, and spend globally with a card that works online and abroad. There is no chasing middlemen. You don't have to wonder where your money is. Onedosh gives you the confidence to support your family, fund your goals, and move money with peace of mind. Money that moves with you. Download Onedosh today.
from 32 down to the last 4. We are on our way to finding the last one standing here at the Onedosh tournament live from Lagos, Nigeria. I've not been doing this alone. I've been having the time of my life with Tomide here with me. We've been enjoying ourselves. The games have been incredible. Some surprises. Crazy scorelines as well. But we are down to the last 4. I mean, 2 of these names will be heading into the final for a shot at winning $800 and a PS5.
I cannot explain it, but something is just telling me like, Michelle might be Faruk.
I mean,
I don't know. It's just like it's just a feeling. I just have like we're gonna have an underdog story today. I don't know.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if that pans out. KK can have an opportunity to exact revenge on Killer Freak after I beat him in the National E-Soccer League. That semi-final will be happening, as well as the Mitchell game playing Faruk. That's not a fixture we are seeing for the first time. These two know each other's games very, very well. They've already played in the league, and I'm sure Mitchell will set his eyes on finding a result against the red hot Faruk Manzo, all for that opportunity to be in the grand final of this one, brought to you by Onedosh. I mean, Tomide has already put his prediction in. Maybe it feels like there might be upsets coming in. What do you guys think in the chat? Who do you think carries on with the win? With the type of performance Mitchell put against Baji Jr., I mean, it's looking like that man might be in different form right now. I've been hearing the stories being told about Mitchell when he plays in tournaments. He usually does not lose. He usually does not lose, and we do have lift-off in this game to kick us off in our semi-final of the Onedosh Last Man Standing tournament. Faruk Manzo, Mitchell to do battle. Faruk Manzo, the OAS Sports athlete, against Phoenix Sports Mitchell. Elsewhere as well, the other semi-final will be kicking off pretty soon. We'll give you everything that happened in that game as well. Killer Freak versus KK all the way from Akwa Ibom. That should be another quite interesting game. I mean, both of these players just finished their quarterfinal games, and I believe with the kind of heat that they are playing with, we're expecting a very tough game from them. Mitchell, can he start off strongly?
There's a red card I'm seeing. I've not seen anybody use Kane all through FC26.
Exactly.
I've seen Harry Kane for Mitch.
I mean, it's quite surprising, and that's why I love the fact that, okay, the restrictions are not too many, and of course it's open that you can use anybody, so we can get to see some different items in the game. But Harry Kane, the great thing about Harry Kane is his passing is actually crazy. He's got
slow.
The passing play styles, so it kind of suits Mitchell's play, because I think he's playing Kane in a false 9 position where he'll drop back and give his wingers the through balls, and he's got that Yamal that's always deadly. Yeah, he's playing Yamal, and I believe
you cannot let Yamal shoot on his left leg. You cannot let that guy shoot.
You cannot at all. So I'm sure Mitchell has a plan for this game. Mitchell, I believe, in the all-red kit was Faruk Manzo.
This G2A guy, right? The funny thing is, it's just one SBC. I think it's about 86.
Very cheap.
But it's one of the best right backs in the game.
Very cheap.
It's so good.
And I'm quite surprised. These days, it seems like if the player is lengthy, he can do the job. And
as long as he's lengthy, I feel he can do the job.
He can certainly do the job. So we'll see how Due performs in this game, because at the point everybody was using Palestra, but it seems like this Due guy might be the guy to go to for the fullbacks. Kylian Mbappe on the ball. That's team of the season, Mbappe, by the way.
That's team of the season.
We don't usually see people with Mbappe.
14 million coins.
Mitchell. How did Mitchell back him?
I will never understand.
Which kind of back luck is this one?
And I heard the Mbappe, this is the first Mbappe that has every single thing we've always wanted. He has low driven, he's got finesse, he's got incisive.
I think it's just his passing stats, not the play style. The stats is not as high as maybe the rest. He doesn't have like what Yamal has, like still like 95 or 94 passing. That's where the problem is. Mitchell of the post. Great start from that man right there. Would have loved to open up with that goal. But there you have it. You are susceptible to the counter, and Shelling to take full advantage. Faruk Manzo punishing heavily Mitchell for missing the opportunity on the other end. And just like that, I mean, Mitchell will feel so hard done by when he was literally close to scoring, then all of a sudden, boom, you're in trouble elsewhere. Wow. Explosive start when things looked like they were lulling a bit in the first 10 minutes. But just like that, the game has sprung into life. We've not seen the usual dominant possession-based style from Faruk, but this one is just deadly in transition. On the counter, he was absolutely brilliant right there, picking the right pass, and the triggered run from Shelling was absolutely perfect. As we get another glimpse of the goal, look, Mitchell plays this perfectly, creates an opportunity, and I actually expect him to score with the
I think if he had gone low driven, he would have scored though.
Exactly. So there you have it, number 2.
Number 2 for Faruk.
Quick one. Now, it just kind of begs the question: will Mitchell continue to be as aggressive as he's been? Are
you sure this person really wants to bet on Mitch to win after
Life
the
of West? Maybe you might be rethinking that decision.
Maybe you might be rethinking that decision about now because Faruk is leading 2-0.
Well, we did see Nonex come back from like 3 goals down against Faruk Manzo. So if there's any inspiration for Mitchell to pick, that should be the inspiration for him to look at. But currently, Faruk controlling all the facets of the game. That through ball, very tight angle as he almost broke through in that sense. Mitchell, though, I like his transitions so far. I think they've been very good. He's just been unlucky on some of the margins in the game, but he keep doing that, and you'll be causing certainly more problems. Just that midfield area where that gap is, that's where Faruk Manzo
Have you noticed Faruk
tends to dominate.
Faruk is more deadly than any other player in the tournament in a chance. It feels like
his finishing rate is
very high. Like he makes the right choice. I mean, it is not coincidence that
to score this one, and Harry Kane.
Not a goal.
And I think that's deserving for Mitchell. The 20 minutes he's played, I think he's been brilliant.
I mean, look at the reaction in his face. He says it all.
Come on, he needed that one to go in, and it has gone in. 2-1. Mitchell, all important goal to go in. Look at the use of the player lock and the movement from Kane, doing everything possible. I think that defending there from Faruk
was quite, because the cursor wasn't even on his defender, it was on AI, so I think that's why Kane could just like stroll past him there.
Dembele.
Look at Faruk's left stick. Just look at the left stick.
Oh,
disgusting, man.
Oh, out of this world, this man. Vitinha picks the top corner. And what can you do about that? Because you go aggressively, you get dribbled. You back off, the finesse
that
comes
happened
in.
because Michel had this cursor on his centre back. At the point, he should have switched to the CM to bring him to come and hold Vitinha. But, I mean, it's easier said when you're outside the game because of the pressure playing Faruk. Sometimes your brain wants to do this. Your mind says another thing because you are playing someone who one mistake is punishing you. Oh, Yamal, really?
Yamal, great turn. I thought he was going to take that shot.
He could have shot
far
from there,
post, low driven with the success rate it's having these days. Expecting Mitchell to maybe take that gamble sometimes, because usually with Faruk you don't get a lot of clear-cut chances, and on the 10 you could be counted very much easily. But just like that, Faruk regaining the 2-goal lead he wants side. If you did just tune in, the Onedosh last man standing tournament started 32 players online, and we are here for the LAN event. Currently in the semi-final. The other semi-final, I believe, yet to begin between Killer Freak and KK. Once it does, we'll give you guys all the tea with that game as well. But currently, this one, for an opportunity to book a spot in the final, Faruk Manzo playing Mitchell, 2 of the guys with the best trophy leading careers when it comes to FCE sports in Nigeria. Tomide was just telling us before the break how impressive Mitchell's resume is, because he's one guy that has won loads and loads of tournaments, and he knows how to play in these situations. And you're expecting that type of experience to come in this position. Harry Kane in transition, can he pick the perfect pass? I think this is a good one from Domone, just offside on that one. But you see how organized at the back Faruk is, and how he makes you keep thinking a lot
Faruk
with the pass you want to
Faruk
give.
is going to make you second guess, third guess, fourth guess, because he's, like I keep saying, his directed runs and his player locks. It just makes it so hard for you. And Faruk's tactic is majorly displacing your position, and he wants your players out of position. So he does this directed runs, player locks, shake you left, right, turn you, and then he pounces. That's the way Faruk plays.
Well, in this game, on the offense, I usually deem some of them as reactionary offense, where you're trying to react to what the defense gives you. And that's how Faruk wants to play you, where he wants to give you an angle, and then if you don't take it, then he gives you a lot more trouble on another end, as Schelling misses with another very good opportunity. But Mitch has just got to do a little bit more to find a way to break through this defense. About 8 minutes to go before this half comes to a close. It's been a strong performance from Faruk yet again.
Oh my God.
And Dembele, we've heard about him too much in this game. Once he had his opportunity, He's made it work, and just like that, it's 4-1 already. I mean, he makes 9-minute halves look like 20 minutes because 1 minute, things are looking close.
I'm looking at the last.
The next minute,
the last
not close at
like,
all.
Just look at what he does with Dembele. Okay, receives the pass. Dembele opens up for a finesse, turns it the other way. Like this guy, man. This Faruk guy. Like, the guy just makes you question your entire existence. Like, what do I do? How do I defend you? How do I have to do to beat you? Faruk is truly remarkable. When you look at what this boy does, he is remarkable.
He's playing at a very elite tier, this boy. And I'm sure everybody who backed him in his journey. I did see your video, Tomide, about the people who kind of backed Faruk from the ground up and the people who keep helping him with his journey, the Mr. Kumis of this world, the Chimas of this world, yourself as well, OES Esports coming on board. Yep. A massive salute to all of you for discovering the talent and not giving up, because it's not always been this way for Faruk. He's not always been winning, like you said.
As he went on
there were times when
3 years and he didn't win nothing. He has had his moments. I think it's his time now.
I mean, certainly he's had his moments, but in life, those moments kind of are important in your later successes. First half comes to a close. He's up 4-1. Elsewhere, though, Killer Freak. Wow. We didn't say that this game will produce goals. We didn't think it was just going to be from one side. In the first 30 minutes, insane.
The winner in all of this is Oga. Oh, sure, you scored me 4-5. I mean, you're getting yours now.
Yeah, you're getting your fair share of the goals.
If you're just joining, make sure you head over to the link and then you click on download Onedosh. But the referral code is Playwithtomide. Yes, Onedosh is the best online platform for your anything finance, best finance body in Africa. Use it for payment anywhere in the world. You get a virtual card. If you want a personal physical card, you can also request for that. Use it for payment anywhere in the world. If you're going to be at the World Cup, you can also use it in the United States, in Canada, anywhere in the world. And and you're safe. That's the one thing you need to know. You're safe. Everything is safe. And I believe Onedosh has come to stay.
Well, certainly. KK getting one goal back to make that one 4-1 and identical score lines heading into the halftime break. Look, Tomide, you've been there throughout Killer Freak's entire FC career now. Which one player has he played the most in the final?
Faruk.
And I think we might be seeing
that today.
And if you look at the head-to-head ratio in the finals, I think Killer Freak has maybe one edge.
No, so last year they met like 9 times, different finals. I mean, online, offline, 9. Killer Freak won about 7, and Faruk won 2. But Faruk won like 2. One of them was very major. That's the National Soccer League, and then the other one was John playing Faruk at the Cade 24. Yeah. When they met in the final too. So that's like a major one. So today is another one. We have a very, very big one here. Let's see who fares, who wins, and then I just know they're going to give us a very good match.
Well, certainly. Their matchup actually in the National Soccer League hasn't come up yet. So seeing them play, Mitchell, very important goal. And if he's to take anything away from the Nonex game, is the fact that Nonex started the second half strong.
I'm sure what he's going to be thinking of is if Nonex can do it, I can
too. I mean, I've shown multiple times that I can't do it, and it's the man we're speaking about, Lamine Yamal, in that finesse position, absolutely unstoppable. Faruk will actually be annoyed at that goal because there were defenders there.
I don't think there's anything he could have done. I don't think there's anything he could have done at that.
That's just the confusion about finesses this year. Sometimes you feel like, you've done enough to defend it, it will pass by him. And sometimes you feel like, I didn't really defend this well, but your defender will block it. It's just difficult, that gray area when it comes to
Mitch is true
finesses in that position. True on goal. Can he make the right decisions though? The defense closing up on him as we get live feed action from this one. Is that onside? From Sa, I believe it is. Killer Freak to make it 5, just missing on that position. Now, that's one part of Killer Freak's game in the National Soccer League where he struggled with the most. Missing opportunities. Yeah, he has voiced it out himself.
He has been missing a lot of opportunities this year, and it didn't used to be like this before. I don't know, maybe something he has to work on. He still has a lot of years, in his career. I think he's 21. Faruk is about 24, so he still has like 5, 6, 7 years ahead of him. So he has a lot to improve in that respect. But one thing I know for sure is this: Killer Freak is not going to stop scoring. He's not going to stop going. He's very stubborn. He loves to win. He and Faruk
just like you said, he's not going to stop scoring. He gets one more.
He gets one more. Like he's so persistent. He always wants to win. That's one thing about him and Faruk. Faruk is the quiet guy. He doesn't really talk, but Faruk is that guy is a competitor. Mentally, he's a competitor. He's like, I don't like losing. He says it. I don't like losing. But it's what it is, man.
Well, speaking of competitors, the guy actually playing Killer Freak is a massive competitor himself. Look, I'm telling you, because I've been in the Ghanaian scene, I know how difficult it is when you are in a city or a state where the tournaments are not enough there. So in Ghana, usually the tournaments are in Accra. When you come from all the way from Kumasi to play in Accra, it's a different ball game. And when you can pull it off, I salute you. That's why I really give guys like Mulesh Padia, all of those guys, their credit when they're able to pull it off. KK, even though maybe he's losing this game, I'll salute him every time. Because
coming from Port Harcourt, yeah?
I think from Akwa Ibom instead.
Akwa Ibom, yeah.
Exactly. Lumo Hubs KK, all the way from Akwa Ibom, winning Challengers Cup, coming second in the league phase as well, the pro leagues, and then in the elite league, he has finished top 8 as well. Look, it deserves massive plaudits. It doesn't only do him so much good, it does a lot of good to the Akwa Ibom players as well. Say, no, if somebody from our state can come to Lagos and we can hack it as well. So massive shout outs to him. He's an inspiration to a lot of players in this generation as well. Not easy at all to pull that off. And I love the fact that these days it's not just, there's a tournament and you always see Lagos boys. Mitchell, no batting opportunity.
Do you think Mitchell's going to come back?
4-3. The last time you asked that same question in Faruk game, the guy actually came back, Nonex.
Yeah.
Are we about to see it again?
Faruk really needs to work on something because it can't be happening every time.
Like, once it becomes a pattern.
Now, it happened today with Nonex, and now it's happening.
Once it becomes a pattern, then it becomes a problem.
When it's a pattern, it's a problem. Like, this means there's something wrong when you're taking the lead. It's something you might need to work on.
4-1 down. It's now up to 4-3. Well, if people are giving up leads, don't put Killer Freak in that bracket at all. He's enjoying himself out there, number 6 on the board. And he's marching on strongly to a final spot in the Onedosh last man standing tournament. He's been absolutely impressive through and through as KK. We'll get one more back, and down at the bottom, you see, like Faruk has number 5 to make this one 5-3 to get that separation back, to give a little bit of breathing room. Well, we do preach about the moments in the game where things are not going your way. You have to be able to find your stable element. And what Faruk's stable element is, it's his goals. The ability to go to the goals at any time. Anytime you can say, you know what, let me just get one goal to cool down the pressure around, to calm down my nerves a bit. Once you have that in your arsenal, you're going insane. Massive vote from Big Dave. Says, I'll bet with my 2027 vote, Mitchell will win. Go Mitch. Well, your man has got 22 minutes to turn this game around, or else his run here in the Onedosh last month's tournament might just be coming to an end. Domoni. Great pass into Lamine Yamal. Mitchell's always been dangerous when he comes up the right through Lamine's side. And he goes to recycle. It's a questionable decision.
What? Are you sure?
I was quite surprised. I think maybe it was a mistake. And now all of a sudden, there might be spaces for Faruk to exploit with Vitinha looking for the shot, cancels it. And that was very interesting sequence right there. I thought it was going far post.
Faruk needs another goal.
Low driven.
If I know Mitch too well, Faruk needs another goal. Faruk needs to score one more.
And there's actually a lot of time for Mitch to still
because
think
2 goals
about
in 9 minutes, half 72 minutes is nothing. Faruk needs another goal to actually seal the game.
Well, we did have a feeling that this game was going to be a tight one, and it's proving to be. In the first half, it looked like it wasn't too close, but Mitchell's found a way to come back in this game. But with about 15 minutes to go, very tight in the angles. Faruk with Vitinha. Donnarumma tried scrambling to get there, but that finesse was just too good to stop.
This Vitinha card be doing
a 3-goal lead
man.
Restored.
And you know something about Vitinha, he also has intercept plus. So imagine a cam.
Wow, that has
intercept plus.
Exactly. Usually when you're defending with your midfielders, you're kind of trusting your CMs and your CDMs to do the work. But if your cam can also intercept for you,
that's crazy.
That's a big plus. And that's why it's one of the more expensive midfielders in the game. I'm telling you, for the guys who don't know, the restrictions for this tournament is actually unlimited budget, unlimited evolutions as well. That's why I've seen some crazy names in the mix. Credit to Faruk, goal number 6 on the board. And it looks like we might be having a repeat of the National Soccer League finals last year and the Onedosh last man standing tournament. Usually when these two go into a tournament, they are like the outright favorite.
Yeah.
And they don't usually let a lot of people down. I know Killer Freak has kind of let a lot of people down with his performances in the league,
yeah.
but this is a way to restore something back to his fans and say, you know what, when I play in a tournament, I'm a different beast.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of people, when the national soccer, what a
How
pass.
did he see that pass, Faruk?
How did he even see that?
Oh my God.
This guy.
And he triggered McTominay from midfield.
Yes.
It's absolutely insane.
It's H2 over here.
I mean, Killer Freak also running away with it.
I think it's over now. Yeah,
and he cannot be stopped. Game Eagles, Killer Freak putting on a show.
How do you go from leading 12-2 to losing 8-2?
That's what FC26 can do to you sometimes.
Take that again.
It's difficult.
9-2 actually.
It's absolutely impressive from that man. Commiserations to KK in that game. But it's just a difficult one when you've got to play a Killer Freak in this type of form. But like I was saying, the disappointment with how he's performed in the league, Killer Freak, I know he still has an opportunity to make top 4 in the final weekend, but if he goes on to win this Onedosh last man standing tournament, he still reminds people of how good he is. Because okay, maybe Baji beat him, Tactical beat him, Mitchell beat him, people are forgetting that this was the guy that was absolutely dominating the scene. Well, this is the guy that a lot of people have come to know and love.
So the thing is, if the reason why Killer Freak, because I was looking at the comment section and I saw someone say, look, Killer Freak already made us proud in Ghana and won the grade. He has won a very major tournament for 2026. Look, we know what happened in National Soccer League. Sometimes you have those downs, and he has tried to pick himself up. So even if it doesn't, even if he's not going to win the National Soccer League, we can say for sure that he's still top. He won the grid, and now he's doing well. Final for what part of the finalists for the last man standing, and he can go on to win it. I mean, if he wins this, it's a statement to I just had a bad run in the league. But if he doesn't, still, I don't think it's going to change anything much. It's just going to cement the fact that, like I said, right now I think Faruk is the most informed player in Nigeria.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since we saw a Faruk versus Killer Freak final. Well, with this Killer Freak game confirmed that final whistle comes in, it almost feels like we are getting back those finals we've been loving to see. Killer Freak in that grand final after that show-stopping performance against KK, and he's got his eyes set on the prize. And like Tomide told you, his record in the finals when it comes to tournament is impeccable. We literally cannot remember the last time this man lost in a final game. That's how good he's been. Can he carry it over to the Onedosh last man standing tournament? Well, in a couple of minutes, we will be finding out, as I'm sure he'll be looking closely at this game. And from the last 4 minutes, you can tell that it will be Faruk Manzo who will be in his way in that grand final.
These guys from the other guys, because you could tell that Faruk and John on the same level, but at the same time, what separates them from the other players?
Look, before when I came to Nigeria to cast my first tournament, I felt like the gap was too big between those two and the rest. Yeah. But credit to the rest. Credit to the Nonexes, the tacticals, the gurus.
I think they've closed the gap a little bit.
They've closed the gap. Look, and I wouldn't even say a little bit significantly. Because before, usually when Faruk is up 3, he ends up 6,
like
7, 8,
9, and then very true.
And it goes away.
This is the second time Nonex is facing Faruk in a week, and the scoreline has been determined
1 goal margin.
Not just 1 goal margin, by an error or by something I can say is not within my control. That shows you that they're closing the gap. And this is what we want to see. We want to see the competition on the highest level, not just 2 people dominating, because the goal is not just to get these guys to win tournaments, it's to turn your skill into economical value. And the best place to do that is outside the country. When you conquer Nigeria, you conquer Africa, the next place is we take them overseas to get the job done.
Well, semi-final finished, and our finalists confirmed. Faruk Manzo in another familiar position like he does always. He's confirmed another grand final spot. He books a date with this familiar foe in Killer Freak. Our Onedosh last man standing finalists. Those two will be going at it very, very soon. Mind you, the prize is still $800 and a PS5 for the winner. It should be going crazy in a couple of minutes time. I want to appreciate every single one of our viewers who've tuned in. We've totally enjoyed the interactions with you guys. And before we go on this last final break, before we give you the final, the reminder is join the Onedosh bandwagon now. Make sure you head on to Tomide's Instagram. His bio is there. Click the link, download the app. The same again as we see the fire emojis come for that final. It's been a while since we saw this final.
It's been a while we've seen Faruk and Faruk. I mean, the last time we saw Faruk and Faruk, we actually the internet actually was the entire gaming space erupted. Everybody was like, Jesus, something's happening. Faruk and Faruk. Everybody, because I remember they had like 10,000 people on TikTok. They had like 5,000 people on YouTube like watching, like Faruk is playing, Killer Faruk is playing. I think I'm going to go talk to the players now and try to tell them to post it on all their socials. I'm going to be playing Freak now to direct their audience, because a lot of their audience will not be happy seeing the replay because they will have seen the scoreline. So like we want to have the experience, and all thanks to Onedosh. I mean, shout out to you guys, man. You're not just solving African problems with payment and also the local transaction. You're also going deep into the root system and creating value in a country like Nigeria where everything is not perfect, but you're trying to make it work for the youth. I mean, we're grateful. This is remarkable what you're doing in Nigeria.
Well, the entertainment stage is set. The final is indeed set. We will be getting the final action right after this break. It's Killer Freak and Faruk Manzo for the top prize coming up soon.
Over $20 billion moves between Nigerians abroad and home every year. Yet sending money can still feel slow, expensive, and stressful. If your life moves between the US and Nigeria, you felt it delayed transfers and cards that fail at the worst moments. That's why we built Onedosh. Onedosh is a borderless money app created for people whose lives move between Nigeria and the United States. With Onedosh, you can send money in seconds, hold dollars and naira in one wallet, convert when you feel like, and spend globally with a card that works online and abroad. There is no chasing middlemen. You don't have to wonder where your money is. Onedosh gives you the confidence to support your family, fund your goals, and move money with peace of mind. Money that moves with you. Download Onedosh today.
I know you play that ball. You play Faruk no easy.
Set the best two from the Onedosh last man standing tournament are about to go head to head for the ultimate prize, and it's about to be a massive one. Tomidi and I here, we've been enjoying ourselves through and through with every single game that has gone down. We started from 32 online. Well, the last two men standing are here playing in the LAN event. Tomidi, we've seen these finals go on before. We've seen how some of the outcomes have been. There have been days where Faruk Manzo has pulled away with victories. The last final that they had last year in the National Youth Soccer League, Faruk found a way to pull away with the victory. Well, the previous one as well that I can remember, massive one, KH24, Killer Freak had a better of Faruk Manzo. So they both have wins against each other in like different sorts, and it should be intriguing when you look at how everything will go on to play out. The Onedosh last man stand tournament. Brought to you by Onedosh, the best transaction app out there. Make sure you join the family now. But both of them had to go through different parts, to be honest with you. You look at Killer Freak's path and the way he got to the final. In his quarter-final game, a very tricky game against Adefola where you almost feel like in that middle part of the game where Adefola was coming back in the game, Faruk had to struggle a bit, but in the end he pulled away. Then in the semi-final against KK, it wasn't close at all. Put on an absolute masterclass of an offensive performance, and credit to him, he was able to get the job done. Well, for Faruk, Manzo's road to the final different, totally different entirely. You saw him in that quarterfinal against Nonex, and maybe the game of the tournament, so maybe the final can beat it, we'll find out. But right now, the game of the tournament was Faruk Manzo versus Nonex. Faruk led 4-1 at a point. Then Nonex came back into the game to equalize. It became 5-5. But Faruk Manzo with a dagger, finding a way to win that game and securing a semi-final berth. Finished semi-final game against Mitchell. I mean, at the start, it was up 4-1 against Mitchell. Supposed to get back into it 4-3. But all importantly, Faruk getting back separation, and then once he got that 6th goal to get a 2-game, you almost feel like it was all said and done. That 7th goal put the icing on the cake to get us where we are now. The top 2 heading into this grand final. What do you guys think in the comments, by the way? What do you guys think in the comments? Who carries on with this win? Faruk is coming in blazing for maybe even better form than Faruk is in right now. Mind you, he's currently leading in the National Soccer League, was top 8 finish in the Ebotola as well. Faruk, on the other hand, after his massive performance at the grade in Ghana, he's kind of falling short in the league where he's fighting for a top 4 spot. It will be confirmed this weekend, so make sure you tune in there as well for the National Soccer League final weekend. There's a lot of permutation and combination. We will be heading into that one later on this weekend, so make sure you tune in for that one as well. There will be a Faruk versus Faruk game on that day as well, so make sure to be there. If we're going to get any pointers for that day, maybe we might get it from here, but that's how both of them have been faring within the Nigerian eSport FC scene. Now look, both of them have become potentially like the poster boys for FC esports in Nigeria, like maybe the 2 most popular ones now, and the pressure on them when they are playing in games like this. Who do you think goes into this game with more to lose?
I think it's Faruk though, because he has an unbeaten record, and then he also won the National Soccer League. I mean, so I think the pressure is more on Faruk because he has been unbeaten. I mean, Faruk was beaten recently in the KD Sport League. So, but all in all, I think the pressure is on both of them because Faruk is a serial winner. He likes to win, so he's going to be looking at, with the form Faruk has been on, I want to be the one to end his winning streak also. So, and they're great friends off the pitch. So, I mean, I think it's a 50-50. We never know how it pans out with these two. But one thing I know for sure is this game is going to be pure drama. I'm very sure about that one.
Well, we are set for the drama. The final is set. The absolute creme de la creme in Nigerian FC esports as it stands. The 2 juggernauts will be going head-to-head for the one final prize. Faruk taking on Faruk Manzo. This should be a spectacle that nobody can afford to miss. Faruk Manzo in the black kit that has been working the magic, whilst Faruk also in the white kit that has been the one causing all of the problems. So see how this one pans out. Just to remind you guys, what is at stake for them to win? $800 plus a PS5 on the line for the winner. And I'm sure that's the ultimate prize that you're looking for. Mind you, top 5 will all go home with something. But I'm sure how competitive these two are, they'll all be looking at that top prize and saying, I have to get my hands on it. And I'm sure that's how they will approach this game right from the onset, as Faruk will look to start aggressively as we kind of expect him to do. Joe Penrose runs. Wow. Was that Bruiser? I didn't actually see Bruiser pop up.
I think that was just the game, because that's just Saliba being Saliba, one of the best defenders in the game. Like, there was no Bruiser icon there, so I don't know what that was.
What animation was that?
Like, he literally held him off the ball, like, you're not touching this, bro.
I mean, if that's a way to stop Faruk, then I'll take your pointers. Find a way to be aggressive with your defenders. Wow, what a start to this game. This one is, as you see the comments, troop in Jersey. He's putting his faith in Faruk to win this one. I mean, I will understand if you go Faruk as well, because you look at the head-to-head record in the finals, as Tomide told us, Faruk has the upper hand in that. But if you're looking at the recent form and the recent game these two played, it looks like Faruk has the upper hand in that. So there's so many ways to go about this, and it could pan out in many other ways as well. Faruk Manzo winning the ball in that midfield. Is that onside from Vitinha? I think he's played it perfectly.
It was perfect. So,
and a work to his.
And that was
Perfection
intentional
as
though,
well.
because if you look at the weight of the pass, Faruk actually knew that John was going to fall for the decoy of his striker was on a offside, but Faruk had other plans.
Wait, did they spam the offside trap or the line was just too high?
No,
we know
I think it was offside trap. I think it was offside trap.
Yes, because that was just too.
It was
Credit to him. Yeah, player lock. So credit to Faruk for doing that. But that's how you take advantage of such a massive mistake from Killer Freak in these first 10 minutes. Faruk Manzo, player lock to come in. That was a tricky one.
If he had played that low dribble near post, he would have scored.
Essentially, though, the angle had opened up a bit. But I was looking for maybe the assurance with the pass right there. But that's the first warning to Killer Freak that you can't make mistakes.
Yeah.
And he knows that against Faruk Manzo, mistakes like this
They
are
both
always
know you
punished.
cannot make mistakes against both of them. You cannot make mistakes in your box against one another because they will punish you. And that's the thing about Faruk. I've noticed something about him. Faruk barely makes mistakes. If you're scoring Faruk, it's because you actually had a very good game. So Faruk is not someone who makes a lot of mistakes in his half or in your own half. That's how disciplined he is.
Well, 15 in-game minutes, he only took one minor, maybe questionable use of that offside trap, and it's caused Killer Freak to concede a quick goal. Tells you how little the margin for error in this game is. Like I said, the two poster boys of this era in FC Esports in Nigeria currently going band for band. That through ball almost getting through. He's using a Fernandez as centre back. Now you know, okay, that one is an evil.
Of course, it's an evil.
Well, certainly, I believe we have a third and fourth match happening. We told you guys that top 5 will be earning something as well. So we need to find out who is top 3, top 4 as well. And it looks like KK will start that one with an opening goal. And it seems like also Mitchell might be having an equalizer on his hands through that build-up. Vicky Lopez finding Yamal, and of course, in that situation, it's inevitable. You are not stopping him in there as we turn our attentions back to the grand final.
You know what the problem I have with this game is I just wish EA could just remove the whole team press thing from defending, like return it back to the orthodox. Oh, I have to like put my players in the right position. I have to call passing lanes. But you can be playing someone and you're better than the person that's attacking, but just because they know how to turn on team press, I can't score you. I don't really see a need for why EA has not tried to fix that.
For those of you who've always been tuning into the National Soccer League, we salute you very much. And if you are here as well, you know how important this game could be for Killer Freak, especially heading into Saturday upcoming, the final day in the National Soccer League. Because mind you, if you work the math, if Killer Freak loses to Faruk on Saturday, his top 4 chances are gone. And that could be a massive disappointment for him. So Killer Freak needs some momentum. A great space with Shelling to get the opportunity away. Buffon to the rescue that time. Great one from Faruk to getting into position and closing him down really quickly. Because Shelling in that position, she's usually ruthless. But Faruk's press and making sure that he didn't make it too easy for Killer Freak caused him to miss that opportunity. Faruk, we've seen him do this so many times, or where you miss on the other end, he'll cause you problems. And just like that, he does that with the tightest of angles to finish. How?
I don't even. You know, I told you the other time that the space that opened up in near post the first time, that if he had shot it, because near post low driven in this game almost always goes in.
You look at this comment, and I think it's absolute fact.
Faruk
he doesn't miss. We've seen Killer Freak miss one chance right now.
He doesn't miss.
All the shots he's taking. How did he get this to go in?
He doesn't miss.
The patience to get the finish in that angle is just something else from this man. Abuja's finance is absolutely flying. OAS Esports front runner is absolutely flying. And in 38 game minutes, he's up by 2. And he's certainly feeling the groove right now. Vitinha's effort, not good enough to beat the goalkeeper, but now Killer Freak has got to find a way to maybe calm things down a bit, because now Faruk has total control
of the game
in this game.
That I said it, the Ibotola moving outside the country, playing those pros really made Faruk a different beast. And that's why I keep saying that these kids, this youth, they have this talent. They just need to go out there, play some of these pros, learn 1 or 2, And then
great pass from Killer Freak, and he made good use of it. Look, there was actually a pass I was expecting him to give.
That's what I'm saying. This is the
But
difference.
maybe he just didn't see it.
For some reason, I just want to believe that Faruk is not going to miss that. That was Faruk.
Exactly. You've got to be clinical in these games, and Killer Freak, of all people who you'd be expecting to put those chances away,
I mean, there was a pass
just
there.
can't find his scoring boots. Wow. There was a clear-cut pass right there. And I mean, Faruk will certainly be happy with how that one panned out. Will he come back to rule these missed chances? And he played it out very well because Faruk kind of pressed a little bit high, so there was spacing behind. If he had gone for like the ground through pass, maybe he would not get there. So the over the top one was perfect, but there was the pass to play, and Killer Freak just couldn't find it in that moment.
I sincerely feel like if these boys can be like, if there's some kind of, I don't know how they're gonna do it, sponsor these guys, leave this country, go, come back, spend a couple of months, they can compete on the global stage. They have what it takes. They have the foundation. All they need this professional touch. And we've seen the professional touch with Faruk. We've seen the improvement. It's evident that this is not the Faruk that left Nigeria. This is not the guy that left this country. And this is just moving to Morocco. This is not even going to somewhere like England where there are tougher players and all of that. So imagine what will happen if these kids, they get the exposure of that level. I mean, it's truly remarkable what we can achieve with these boys.
Well, the potential is absolutely incredible on that end. The use of the player lock coming back on side, but just too late with that one. Earlier on, I saw a comment from Kyran, the great finalist who played against Killer Freak. We were speaking about the pass that Killer Freak was supposed to give. Kyran says, you know what, Faruk had actually covered that pass. So maybe we'll see it from a different angle. Killer Freak, opportunity to finesse that one, goes for the recycle, and Faruk covers it. There's another one. I think he's second guessing himself a bit because Sa was actually in a very good position, but Killer Freak opting for another route right there, and it's cost him massively as he'll not get possession of that ball. Well, elsewhere, Mitchell, if he can't get into the final, he'll look to secure a top 3 finish, and he's currently up 4-2 in this one. 3 minutes left in our grand final. Look, Killer Freak desperately needs a goal. He's in a great position. And this could be a very massive goal heading into halftime. That time, no second guessing at all. Pick this spot, and it's paid dividends heavily. Well, you cannot score. You could see from the other end. Just like that after the restart. Faruk with a 2-goal lead once more. He just scores out well. There is truly no stopping this type of offense. And you see the frustration so all over Killer Freak's face. And his reaction clearly shows that it is impossible to stop that man right there. Wow. Well, elsewhere, KK trying to pull a fight in this game. McTominay with the possession. Oh, great pass to find Hada. Well, that's the way to go about it. Don't force the opportunity there. If there's an open extra pass, make sure to take it. I mean, I almost thought Killer Freak was ending the first half very well.
I mean, the last pass from Faruk there I don't think that's what Faruk wanted to pass to. I think it's just reflex to, oh, that's not what I want, but I mean, black shirt, black socks. I'm going to just click box, double box, because we all know in that position, like I said, it's better to shoot low driven near post than far post. It almost goes in every time.
Well, Killer Freak has to do it all over again over the top through. What's the goalkeeper doing over there? Almost left it to Vierman in space. Mind you, this is the Onedosh last man standing tournament. And we started with 32 players online. And here at our LAN event, we came into it with a quarterfinal. And we are down to the last 2 men standing. This tournament proudly brought to you by Onedosh, the one top transaction app right there. If you're looking to make any transaction, be it gaming, anything else, they've got you covered. Head over to Instagram now, Playwithtomide. Go into the link into his bio and make sure you download it. Join the family. And you'll certainly enjoy everything coming out of that app as our grand final heating up really nicely. Killer Freak on the back foot.
Faruk is so good with his manual defending, man. Look at the way he just switched the cursor to that player and he brought him to the front of Killer Freak because he knew that was the next move. Like, Faruk is always thinking like chess, like 4-5 steps ahead. Like, I know I'm in your head. I know what you want to do. I know what you want to do. While at the same time, his transitioning is so quick. Faruk is just like a complete book right now. And I think the only thing he needs right now is just a proper coach who has foreign experience.
Well, there's just so much talent on display right now. And elsewhere, Joe, KK.
He's back.
He's back in that game. Wow, it was that wide 3. And you can tell the Akwa Ibom man is confident of maybe pulling it off. But you know why you're playing Mitchell. And you don't defend well, you have trouble. Committed way too early to the tackle. And Lamine Yamal able to get that all-important lead back. The grand final has had moments where Kelafik has had glorious opportunities to score goals, but he's just been lacking that final cutting edge. And that's what makes the question about decision-making in the box. Where Faruk has been, he's been picking the right shots, whether it's a low driven to go to, extra pass to go to. Well, for Kelafik, we've said it already, that he kind of second-guesses himself in that position. And that happens to you when you play a guy like Faruk Manzo, but you can't afford for it to affect you for this long in this type of game, or else it's already written that he will go on to win the game, Faruk Manzo. Kelafik needs to bury his next opportunity. And I know it's much easier said than done.
Now, I'm just looking at Faruk's cursor switching, his movement, everything. I don't know what Ibotola did, but I already have my theory. If you want to improve at the level Faruk is in, I think you need to leave the country. Because they have the exposure we don't have. It's sad, but it's just the truth. I don't think there's any skill level Faruk can upgrade to from this country at this point, because he's at the apex of it all. And right now, the improvement I've seen, because I watch them play week in, week out. We're always on the same party, me, him, John, Arif, and some other couple of friends. And I see them play every time. I'm telling you, this Faruk right now.
Well, this Faruk right now is unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Number 4 in the final. He's absolutely pulling away right now. And he has one hand on the prize with 30 minutes to go.
This Faruk is different right now, man.
Well, look how methodical he was with the build-up, the use of the player, look, finding them belly.
And notice when he received the ball, there was a brief L1 stop too, because it's almost like those little intricate decisions. This is not the way Faruk is.
Usually when you pass that ball, your hand is still on left stick trying to dribble.
Yeah,
but L1 stop in that level, and it's crazy. Conrad has said it all.
This guy, I don't know what Ibotola did, but this is different.
We speak about people using AI defending. I'm not saying Faruk doesn't use AI defending, but the way he combines it with manual
defending. In fact, I think Faruk does more manual defending than AI defending. Actually. He likes to rely on his own IQ than rely on AI, and it's just remarkable what this boy can do, man.
Wow. In a game that was previewed to be a close battle, well, in Faruk's side, it hasn't been close at all. He's been dominant right from minute 1, and he's not letting his foot off the gas at all. He's playing with so much confidence right now, busting through the midfield. And the maturity we spoke about, game management. So this comment is very interesting. After 6 Ghanaian Pro, it says, so I need to travel and play the game. That's the advice coming from Tommy. They say if you want to reach that next level.
Yeah, you need to.
We're not saying go and stay there forever, but just to get that experience and come back and compete at that level. But maybe that opportunity opens up for everybody. Kelafik, the game getting away from him with about 30 in-game minutes to go, needs something to hold on to as hope. Look, I think I've said it so many times when people are playing Faruk that the fact that Faruk has not been able to control full 90-minute spurts in the game gives you confidence that, you know what, he might let his eye off the ball a bit, because he did it against Mitchell where he let Mitchell in a bit. Yeah. He did it against Nonex, 5-2 down, 5-2 up, and Nonex found a way back in. That's the hope that Kelafik will have to cling on to now. But the fact that Kelafik is not converting his chances is where the problem stems from.
Kelafik is getting his chances, but he's not converting them. The difference is Nonex and Mitch, they converted.
They were lethal.
Yeah, they were lethal.
Absolutely lethal.
That's what it is.
Well, for this type of final, Faruk always gets up for it. I remember the National Soccer League last year in the final game when Faruk beat him. And the thing was, the position that Faruk was on the table, he didn't necessarily need a win. Only a draw would have been fine for him to still clinch the victory, but after that, when I asked him, he said he didn't want a draw. He wanted to win because he knew Kelafik had beaten him the previous year, and he knows that this is his one nemesis within the Nigerian FC scene, that if anybody was going to stop him in his current form, it was going to be this guy. So every single time he's playing this man, he always brings his best, and my word, is he playing at his best. He's playing some exquisite FC right before our eyes, 50 minutes as the clock keeps ticking. And for Faruk, you'll certainly be happy about that. But If there's going to be any way back for Killer Freak, he needs to start now. And could this be the way back for him? Ooh. Look at the timing of moving Van der Ven close to the attacker because he knew the other through ball was coming. I mean, it's inch perfect defending from Faruk Manzo at this point. There's nothing to be done in that situation. And so calm on the ball. The Onedosh last man standing tournament. Just 13 minutes away from completion with one man absolutely dominating throughout. It will certainly be a deserving champion if he goes ahead to carry on with it. But it's been a splendid tournament so far, giving the Nigerian FC players the opportunity and, of course, outdooring Onedosh to the full gaming community. Like Tomide said, if you're looking to make your in-game purchases, that is the app to make good use of. And not just gaming, everything. As a whole, online transactions, they've got you covered. And they've pulled out a brilliant tournament. Hopefully, more tournaments to come from Onedosh.
Yeah, I definitely. We've heard from the Onedosh team. They have remarkable plans for.
But Killer Freak needs one back, another save. That's what we're speaking about. He cannot convert.
I honestly don't know what's wrong, but I cannot explain what I'm saying. I've never seen him to the point where he loses his amount of goals like consistently back and forth. I don't know.
I mean, you were telling us about the plan that Onedosh has got for the gaming community.
They have a lot of plans for the gaming. They have a lot for the gaming ecosystem in Nigeria because they've seen that there's a problem. This problem where it's always people complaining about either gift card issues or whatnot, and the fluctuation in the price of gift card. And also, gift card doesn't eliminate the third party. Sometimes I don't want you to know how much I want to buy, you understand? So I prefer to have full control over my finance. So Onedosh is what helps you do that. That's why I intentionally put the link in my bio. So people, once they just click the link anywhere, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, it takes you to Play Store, App Store, download the referral code, use Playwithtomide, and then you get a free US bank account with address and also a virtual card you can use to pay for anything in the world. So in my own PS5 now, my virtual card details is in the PS5. So I use it anytime I buy FIFA points or anything. I just send Naira to my Onedosh account, convert it to, in the same app there, just convert it to dollars and everything. So I do everything there with good rates and everything. So it's just perfect. I don't have to be moving from one app to the other app, so it's perfect. And then, yeah.
Well, certainly, the process is very easy. As we are edging closer and closer from crowning Faruk champion. Well, hold on. 5 minutes, 2 goals. I mean, crazier things have happened, but knowing the way Faruk has been playing, kind of feel like it might be a little bit too late. Where was this finishing? A lot of people asked from Killer Freak earlier on, where was this finishing to cause Faruk more problems? It was kind of fortunate a little bit with the bounce, and it took full advantage of that one, but Faruk absolutely going to control possession now and make sure he runs down that clock. Doesn't want to give up this win at all. The OAS esports athlete on the brink of yet another amazing performance through and through. Whether it's online, whether it's offline, this man will prove his worth. And that's a reason why everybody calls him the best from Nigeria right now. He's playing on a crazy level, and it feels like he cannot be stopped. And I believe the clock has run down enough. He has absolutely done enough to claim this title against his biggest nemesis, against arguably the only guy who could beat him. He's gone and finished him off. He has gone and claimed the title. Your Onedosh last man standing tournament champion is that man right there. OES Esports, Faruk Manzo. Congratulations to him. What a hell of a performance. What an incredible player. What an incredible tournament he's put together. Wow. That man walks away with $800 plus PS5, the new PS5, fresh in box as well. So he's walking away with not only the glory of being the first ever Onedosh last man standing tournament champion, he gets to walk away with $800 plus a brand new PS5 as well. I mean, for John's effort as well, Killer Freak's effort, he's not going to be walking away empty-handed. $250 brand new PS5 as well. Mitchell playing for third place, I believe, is also taking home $250. Whilst KK, if this one ends like this, will be taking home $100, and then of course fifth position will take home $50 too. Incredible work from Faruk Manzo, and it feels like who is going to stop him now at this point?
To be honest, I feel the only person that can stop Faruk right now is Faruk. I mean, he's still playing with the same form he brought from Adefola, and he has to ride on it. That's the advantage you have when you travel and you share that experience with pros. I mean, that's why I keep saying it. I've said it before and I've said it again. Faruk and Killer Freak have the brain to actually be on the biggest stage of all, but they need that experience with the other pros, because when you play, it's just like when you play these pros for a long period of time, their movements, their in-game items, their in-game structure begins to rub off on you. You begin to ask questions. Oh, this is why you do this. This is why you do this. This is why you know this. This is what matters. Oh, okay, the intricate details in the game, and with consistency and determination, this is the product. This is what you get. So this is a huge shout out to the companies, Onedosh. I pray and I do hope that some of these guys, Killer Freak and Faruk, have the opportunity to actually move abroad this coming year, and they can actually train on time for the tournaments that will be happening, because trust me, we have what it takes. I know it, I believe it, but then we're not going to achieve anything if we stay here.
Well, that's just some of the harsh realities out there, but this one has also been confirmed. Mitchell secures third place. He couldn't get into that final. I'm sure he was disappointed, but he wasn't going to end on a bad note at all. He confirms it with a third place finish and a cool $250 to his name. But amazing performance once again from Faruk Manzo. OAS Esports, they've got a gem on their hands, and I'm sure they'd be delighted with the way that man is moving right there. Commiserations to Killer Freak. I'm sure certainly disappointed with the kind of competitor that he is. He certainly go back to the drawing board, because mind you, this same game will be happening this weekend. National E-Soccer League on KD Sports on YouTube. You can't afford to miss, because what is at stake for both of these players is massive. Faruk wins that game, he continues a 26-game unbeaten streak in the National E-Soccer League. If Killer Freak loses that game, he's out of the top 4. So there's a lot at stake for them. Make sure you tune in on there as well. But that is a wrap for us here. Onedosh last man standing tournament. Tomide, you've been through it all. You've seen how it all went down. What will be your whole assessment of the tournament?
Honestly, my whole assessment is this. I want to say, first of all, shout out to the players that were committed to the tournament. And I also want to say it's not easy for a brand to come out. It's not easy for a brand to come out and say, oh, we want to give out this amount of money when you are not getting anything in return. So the idea is to actually show the ecosystem in Nigeria and Africa at large that this is the goal. If we are trying to tell you that we want to fix the issue, this is what you need to unlock the next level, we will also be in the participation of your growth. We'll create the value. We've created value, and we're going to create more value. And that's what they're doing. My best take out of all of this is the consistency at which these players keep coming. I mean, you see players like Faruk and John, you're like, these are the two best players. They have the potentials to win, but I will keep trying, because one day I might get my chance. Because some players will say, we all know Faruk and John is going to win it, but they keep showing up. That showing up, one day they'll get their chance. And I believe that with strong consistency and tenacity, I believe that we're going to see emergence of new gamers, just like we found Killer Freak. It was recently we found him. I believe that there are more gamers out there with talent. By extension, I just hope that Africa keeps those people enough, keeps them well, and then we can compete on the global stage. That's my goal, just to take these players to the global stage. Make Nigeria great. That's
exactly
it.
That'll feel like a job well done. Well, that's how the bracket looked like for today. Like we said, 32 started online. We came to the LAN event with 8, and that's how the results look like. KK starting off strong, 12-2 against Mr. Oga, booking a spot in the semis. Killer Freak also dominant against Adefola. Mitchell versus Baji was a scoreline we didn't expect to be that one-sided. Mitchell, congratulations to him as well. Faruk versus Nonex, still my personal favorite game of the day. It was absolutely brilliant from start to finish. Killer Freak versus KK was not close at all. The game Evil Man booked the spot in the final with a dominant 11-3 performance, whilst Faruk versus Mitchell felt like it was tricky a bit in the middle of that game, but Faruk pulled away. And then our grand final just ended, confirming Faruk Manzo, your Onedosh last man standing, and he is champion, and he walks away with $800 plus a brand new PS5. At this spot, we will go for a quick break, but when we are back, the title celebrations come up. We'll get to hear from maybe the champ himself, Faruk Manzo, and what his thoughts are about how he's playing right now, and we'll see what he's got next for his audience. So don't go anywhere. Title celebrations and the prizes are being awarded to the champions. We'll be back right after this.
Over $20 billion moves between Nigerians abroad and home every year, yet sending money can still feel slow, expensive, and stressful. If your life moves between the US and Nigeria, you felt it delayed transfers and cards that fail at the worst moment. That's why we built Onedosh. Onedosh is a borderless money app created for people whose lives move between Nigeria and the United States. With Onedosh, you can send money in seconds, hold dollars and naira in one wallet, convert when you feel like, and spend globally with a card that works online and abroad. There is no chasing middlemen. You don't have to wonder where your money is. Onedosh gives you the confidence to support your family, fund your goals, and move money with peace of mind. Money that moves with you. Download Onedosh today. Over $20 billion moves between Nigerians abroad and home every year, yet sending money can still feel slow, expensive, and stressful. If your life moves between the US and Nigeria, you felt it delayed transfers and cards that fail at the worst moment. That's why we built Onedosh. Onedosh is a borderless money app created for people whose lives move between Nigeria and the United States. With Onedosh, you can send money in seconds, hold dollars and naira in one wallet, convert when you feel like, and spend globally with a card that works online and abroad. There is no chasing middlemen. You don't have to wonder where your money is. Onedosh gives you the confidence to support your family, fund your goals, and move money with peace of mind. Money that moves with you. Download Onedosh today.
So let's get the money on the Onedosh app.